The following is a presentation of Paola Sports Live. It's time for Panther Sports. On your new home for Paola High School Athletics, Paola Sports Live. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Learn more at gobrawley.com. Also by Elliott Group. Hers Incorporated. Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. And Miami County Dance Movement. This is Paola Athletics. On your new home for the Panthers, Paola Sports Live.
And good Friday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the weekend and welcome to week number 3 of the high school football season as we are back in the friendly confines of Paola Panther Stadium here in beautiful Paola, Kansas, getting set for one of the big matchups in the state of Kansas as the number 2 ranked Paola Panthers welcome in the number 3 ranked Tonganoxie Chieftains in Class 4A. This is most likely a de facto Frontier League championship. Some might say even it could be a little bit of a retroactive Frontier League championship from a year ago when these two teams shared that title because they did not play one another. Although I'm sure 2 players on each of those teams from a year ago have graduated would argue with that perhaps. But nonetheless, a bit of a grudge match here tonight. And somebody who will take one of the driver's seats in the eastern side of the state of Kansas in Class 4A with a victory here tonight. BJ Harris along with you, alongside me, Corinne Harris, as we settle in for a night of high school football as the 2-0 Panthers coming off a 41-38 win over Spring Hill last week. A game where they led 34-6 at half, 41-12 going into the fourth quarter. But, oh boy, all heck broke loose in the fourth quarter as Spring Hill would score 26 unanswered to pull within 3 just with 2 minutes to play in the game or so. Spring Hill converted on back-to-back onside kicks, nearly converted on a third, which would have maybe been the difference in that ball game, but Paola was able to hold on to it on that third attempt and run the clock out. Giovanni Blackie led the way, 201 yards, 13 carries and 2 touchdowns in the game. Fletcher Audie had almost 200 yards rushing as well on 19 attempts and a touchdown. Garrett Williams, 43 yards on the ground through the air, 4 of 7 passing for 71 yards and a touchdown as well. And then defensively, Paola was led by Jack Earlywine. He had 8 tackles. Isaac Brackner with 7. Those inside linebackers doing the work. Their opponent tonight, the Tonganoxie Chieftains, 2-0, 1-0 in the Frontier League. They're coming off a 24-14 win over Lewisburg to move to 2-0. Led 24-0 going into the fourth quarter. In fact, late in the fourth quarter, 2 late touchdowns by Lewisburg made it look a little more respectable, but another pretty good win by Tonganoxie as Lewisburg kind of controlled the clock a little bit and kept it tight. Offensively, though, and there's a lot of buzz around this dude right now, is senior running back number 3. He'll be on your screen, Tyler Bowden, 5'7", 167-pound running back. He transferred in from Lawrence Free State. He had almost 1,900 yards and 27 touchdowns with Free State a year ago. Already on the season, Bowden in 2 games, 59 carries, 519 yards. He's averaging 8.8 yards per carry and 7 touchdowns. All roads to his victory for Paola lead through stopping Tyler Bowden here tonight in this matchup. One benefit for Paola is Tonganoxie's quarterback, who is a very good quarterback in his own right, Blake Poge, out due to injury or out for perhaps sickness or cautionary. But he was out last week as well. In his first game, he was 20 of 26 passing for 354 yards and 3 scores. So a big piece of their offense out. They will have their backup quarterback, Gabe Bailey, in the ball game tonight. We'll talk more about this one as we get closer. Last time these two teams met was back in the playoffs, first round of the playoffs of 2018. And that's when Paola won 35-13. They haven't played. Nobody really knows if they played ever before. Not in the regular season that we know of. These two teams were in different conferences for a long time, and now they're in the same conference. That's the reason they're playing now. But it will be a good one as it's one of the big matchups in Kansas. We talked to Coach Dumpert about that fact in just a little bit. Before we do, we want to tell you Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Experience a new kind of internet with Go Brawley. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. And, of course, we have kicked off the pregame show brought to you by Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics, where they are committed to providing quality health care to families in Miami County. A comprehensive approach to oral care. Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. Learn more at ironhorsedental.com or drlaurasortho.com. If you enjoy what you see here on Paola Sports Live and our endeavor to bring this to you this season, please go support those businesses that support us, because it will allow us to continue to bring you Paola Panther Athletics right here on Paola Sports Live. When we return, we'll hear from the head football coach of the Paola Panthers, Mike Dumpert, on the Dr. Laura's Orthodontics and Iron Horse Dental pregame show here on Paola Sports Live.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Affordable with plans starting at just $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. More upload speed and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. Go Brawley, it just works.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit elliotinsuranceGroup.com.
Welcome back to the Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics pregame show here on Paola Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we get set for this big-time matchup between the Paola Panthers and the Tonganoxie Chieftains. Joining us now, the head football coach of the Paola Panthers, Mike Dumpert. Coach, before we turn our attention to this week, I do want to take a time to look back to last week's ball game. One certainly where I think probably some lessons were learned about a 4-quarter ball game, but the first 3 quarters pretty good for your squad. Pretty dominant performance once again, a good start, and I guess that's where I'll start is your guys' ability to get out in a hurry in that first quarter, built a nice lead and held on to it down the stretch. What is it about this team that allows you to kind of get a good start going early on in ball game?
I think we just get off the ball and run downhill, and in this day of zone and shotgun, it's a little bit different to what people are used to seeing. And I think it surprises people how quick we get to the hole. That's one reason why I have chosen to stay under center for as long as I had. I like the quickness that we hit the hole with. I think that's part of it. Other than that, I really can't put my finger on any one thing other than, our line's doing a nice job. They're getting off the ball. They're engaging people. Our running backs are hitting it at a good pace. Our quarterback's making great decisions, and put that all together, you run the ball pretty effectively.
I've always been a big proponent. I've talked about this before in broadcasts when I was doing color for Pittsburgh State, and they got into that kind of that pass first mentality for a little while. How important it is from an offensive mindset and primarily an offensive lineman's mindset to come out and that first play be a run and be forward and going forward. I've always talked about how if you get fired up and if you're one of those dirty dogs like I was and you're kind of foaming at the mouth for that first snap, and then your first movement is backwards in a kick slide or pass protection, it just sets your mindset to go backwards instead of forwards. Is that something you talk about, or at least a mentality you want in your offensive lineman?
I don't know that we necessarily talk about that, but it is a mentality that I inherited from my predecessor, Coach Lee.
Yeah.
Jim Lee was a double tight, split back veer, get off the ball. He'd go a month without throwing a pass. And I just remember thinking how it made everything go. And I love the fact that I heard other teams talk about Paola. Paola gets off the ball on the offensive line. And it just made sense to me that that's something that I wanted to continue. That's something I wanted to emphasize. I'm one of the offensive line coaches besides Coach Kane, and I do a 15, 20-minute thing with them, what we call pre-practice, before everybody else is out on the field with my offensive line every day, and it's all about getting off the ball and footwork. I mean, that's all it is how fast can we get off the ball in a shoot where we can't stand up, and then I'm still an old school dude that puts them on a sled.
Oh, I love it.
And, it has, until I see a better way, and I'm not saying there isn't a better way out there, it's what I know and what I'm comfortable doing, and our kids understand that.
Oh man, you got my goosebumps going. I'm a little fired up already. I love that sled work and 6-inch step and punch. That kind of stuff we used to do. I've used that more in parenting than probably anywhere else. Is the idea that you gotta take a 6-inch step first, and then you can take the second one. And once you get that down, then you can do the third step. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the first thing we tell them is the first step gets you in position. The second step's the power. The third, fourth, and fifth is your willingness to battle somebody.
I love it. Well, that's the good stuff, and there was a lot of good stuff in that ball game, no doubt about it. But we will address some of the negative, and that's that fourth quarter and how you kind of approach that with your team afterwards. Some fluke stuff, obviously, back-to-back onside kicks. I don't know if you've ever seen that before. I certainly haven't. But it just kind of a rough little stretch there and allowed Spring Hill to kind of climb back into it.
First of all, the execution of the onside kicks were outstanding.
Yeah.
As good as I've ever seen.
Yep.
As good as I've ever seen. We had our hands team in.
Right.
It wasn't like we were in our normal return. We had 10 guys up. We had 9 guys up, and he still put it exactly where you wanted to put it. And their kids came in low and hard, and they came up with a couple balls. That doesn't upset me. What upset me was we had, I think, 3 penalties, personal foul penalties that were third downs that were going to get them off the field that kept drives alive, and they scored on every one of them. Mm-hmm. That bothered me. And then when adversity hit, I didn't like the way our kids responded at all. I thought instead of fighting and raising your level, I thought we looked like we were unsure. We looked like we didn't know what we were doing and just lost our discipline and our composure. Credit to Spring Hill. Their coach, too. They've got some talent. They got on a rhythm. They kept on going to it, and we did not respond well. So we've talked about that very hardly with our team about, it's a 4-corner game. Right. You can't look past anybody. And just to make an excuse, and it's just an excuse, but you're talking about 16, 17-year-old kids. Sure. We had 6 quarters prior to that where we had outscored our opponents 100-0. Literally. Right. And we're averaging 11 to 12 yards a carry every time we handed the ball off. Right. And we just relaxed. We never came out at halftime. Our lack of depth showed itself a little bit. We got tired and winded. Mm-hmm. And, credit to Spring Hill. That's why you 2 platoon. They had fresh legs out there. Our guys got tired. We started cramping up. I didn't want to put those kids back in the game. I didn't want to risk more of an injury than what it was just a cramp. Sure. And, the kids who had an opportunity to show up and show that they were willing or good enough to play in a varsity game and all that didn't respond very well. And it happens, we didn't lose our mind with our kids. It wasn't the end of the world. I got people around Paola. Oh my God, we didn't win by 50. Something must be wrong. Grow up, get real. This is a good league. They're coached. They practice. Right. They do things well too. And, hopefully we will learn from that lack of focus and a lack of attention to detail and losing our discipline with our mouths running and stop that.
We're talking with the head football coach of the Paola Panthers, Mike Dumpert, here on the Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics pregame show. We'll take a quick break. We come back. We'll turn our attention to the Chieftains, getting ready for tonight's matchup right here on Paola Sports Live.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Miami County Dance Movement is a place to inspire kids. Miami County Dance Movement is one big family with loving teachers. Miami County Dance Movement is where I'm learning to be flexible in dance and my life. Miami County Dance Movement is so amazing because everybody is so loving and kind. Miami County Dance Movement is like a second family to me.
Welcome back to the Dr. Laura's Orthodontics, Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry pregame show here on Paola Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we continue our talk with head football coach of the Paola Panthers, Mike Dumpert. And Coach, we turn our attention to Tonganoxie, and Lewisburg had to come back, win against Spring Hill late in the ball game. You got a chance to see a little bit of what Spring Hill can do, and then Lewisburg giving Tongi all they wanted for most of that ball game. As you kind of went back and watched that, was there anything you pulled away from that film that you'll apply on Friday?
Other than there's not a weakness that I could see in Tongi. Their special teams are outstanding. Now, they didn't have their quarterback last week.
Right.
And we're not sure whether they're going to have Poe or not this week. They are a little tougher animal to defend when Poe's back there because now they can truly run and throw it. We're really impressed with their running back. That kid is good. I think they've got 4 kids that are your definite all-league, possible all-state kids, and Coach Troyer does a great job of utilizing his talent. We're very impressed with their coaching staff as general from the time we played them 2 years ago. What we don't know about is similarly to us in the first 2 games, they kind of were able to do what they wanted to do.
Right.
So we don't know what counters they have, what other stuff they have, and we'll find out Friday if they've got more stuff.
Yeah, and this is the game to do that in. By week 3, you're probably going to pull out some of those other things, regardless of the competition. But now that it's a big game, I imagine you're expecting to see some different stuff, and you probably have some things up your sleeve as well.
There's enough film out there on both teams that patterns and tendencies have been established based on formations, etc. And we know they'll know it, and then they know we know it also, and therefore you've got to start planning other things and finding other ways to move the ball and maybe using that to your advantage and using that as deception, whether it be play action or a counter off of a look that you showed last week. And that's what makes my job fun.
Well, I can hear it. I can hear it and I can feel it coming through the phone right now. We're doing this interview midweek, but you feel like I can feel your energy is up on a week like this. And in a year when next week's not guaranteed, playoffs aren't a guarantee for anybody. I mean, there's a chance they don't play anything in November. This might be as good a chance as you get at it. I mean, I don't know if that's an approach, but I can certainly feel that it has that playoff feel to it a little bit.
We feel like the winner of this game is definitely in the driver's seat to win the league, without a doubt. And we are the defending league champs, and we do not want to give it up.
Right.
Well, so are they. We didn't play each other last year, so they say the same thing. So that's on the line as well.
Maybe 2 years worth of league championships on the line.
Yeah, that's on. So it's going to be fun. It's the downside is that it's the crowd size. This would have been would have been packed.
Yeah,
it'd have been an outstanding atmosphere, and I'm sure it still is going to be really good. But it'd have been really fun to see 2,000-3,000 people here, like we normally get for those type of games. It'd have been a lot of fun.
All right. Well, I think we'll have some fun anyways on Friday, Coach. I appreciate your time as always, and good luck against Tongi.
Thank you, BJ.
Hey, Coach of the Paola Panthers, Mike Dumpert, joining us here on the pregame show. We'll take a quick break. Still to come. Got your keys to the game, starting lineup, opening kickoff from Paola. It's the Panthers and the Chieftains tonight on Paola Sports Live.
everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
Welcome back out here to Paola Panther High School, Paola High School Panther Stadium. BJ Harris along with you as we're getting set for this big-time Frontier League battle between the Paola Panthers, Tonganoxie Chieftains. Chieftains making that trip up here. Should be a very good ball game. Right now, Paola, the number 2 ranked team in Class 4A, and Tonganoxie is the number 3 ranked team in Class 3A. Both teams, or 4A rather, both teams coming in at 2-0, coming off right now, Paola 2-0 in Frontier League. Tonganoxie 1-0. Their opening match was against Baser Linwood, a game where they put up 700 yards of offense against a pretty good Baser team. That's the other thing. These two teams have played some competition. Now, Bonner Springs didn't really put up much of a fight for Paola, but last week, certainly Spring Hill did a nice job for the last full half of that game, and really it's the first quarter. And I think that's going to be one of the keys to tonight's ball game is how well does Paola get started. They seem to be very good in the first quarter. They put up 21 first quarter points last week. They put up more than that in week number 1. They get out in a hurry. Now, can they finish? And that's what we saw last week at Spring Hill, where everybody relaxed a little bit. You heard Coach, if you were just listening to our pregame show and our interview a little bit, you heard Coach talk about that fact that they had put up 100 unanswered points. They had dominated teams. And so it's natural for 16, 17, 18-year-old boys to relax a little bit. And so that's what we saw, I think, last week. I don't believe relaxation is going to be one of the factors here in tonight's ball game. I think it's going to be just a matter of getting through it in a big battle here against the Paola or the Tonganoxie Chieftains. Real quick, we'll run through our starting lineups. First up for the offense for Paola, quarterback will be Garrett Williams, the 6 foot, 185-pound senior. Garrett is 8 of 13 on the season from the passing, 220 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's got 25 carries on the year as well, a little over 119 yards and 5 rushing touchdowns in those first 2 ball games. Pretty good. The fullback is Fletcher Oddie, 5'9", 190-pound seniors, 25 carries, 184 yards, and 1 touchdown as well. Actually had that last week. The running back is Giovanni Blackie, 5'9", 190-pound junior, 21 carries, 369 yards in the season, 4 touchdowns as well. He's averaging 7.5 yards per carry. And that's your starting lineups. Do want to make a recognition here inside the venue as honoring a special Paola Panther. He's got some brothers on the team, early on boys, but this is going out there. He's going to get an opportunity to ring the bell, and that's Strong Wright. Strong, a middle school student here in Paola, is with Mr. Gangaman, and he's going to get a chance to ring the bell, but he's battling cancer right now, and so a good opportunity for that kid and a good experience, I guess I should say, for that kid, but really want to rally around him. That's what I love, small towns. I love being out here on a Friday night and an opportunity to recognize this young man's battle that he's having right now with cancer. But I can tell you right now, there's no more aptly named young man to battle cancer than a guy named Strong Wright. Strong and do what's right, and that's pretty good stuff. And so nice recognition of that young man. Get well soon, and we hope the best for you and your family that's right along with you. What an opportunity and what a recognition there for the Panthers as they run out onto the field. We're previewing this ball game, the Paola Panthers, Tonganoxie Chieftains. Make sure you share and like our page on Facebook at facebook.com/Paola Sports Live. Also, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel as we continue to bring you more. We'll have some volleyball coming up next week. We had volleyball this week, a tough loss for Paola at home against Eudora, a very good Eudora team that's ranked in the top 10, and almost got them and just fell a little bit short. We'll have volleyball next week as well as we will have our big football. Take a look at that schedule. Oh, it was there. Now it's gone. Well, I'll get it back up there for you, but a fall schedule. You can find that on our Facebook page as well. Again, facebook.com/Paola Sports Live. We'll take one last time out. We come back. Opening kickoffs coming your way next on Paola Sports Live.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast, priced right, with plans starting at $34.95. No throttling, no tricks, more upload speed, and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawley.com. Go Brawley. It just works.
Here we go. Opening kickoff in this one brought to you by our friends at Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill, your area Bobcat mower dealer. They have them parked out front. It looked really nice today as I drove by. Kick off next year's mowing season with a great Bobcat mower. Or take your mower in for a full tune-up if you like the one you got. They work on all types of small engines. Hers also has you covered when it comes to hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair. To learn more, go to hersinc.com, or .net rather, hersinc.net, or call 913-247-3530. Here we go, getting things hooked up in this one as Paola Panthers going to be kicking it away here. Be fielded short kick. Tongi's going to have pretty good field position, barreling forward on that one, and Tongi will start beyond the 35-yard line as they return that one up just shy of the 40, officially 39. As that's where we're going to see this Tongi offense vaunted for sure. And Tyler Bowden, that really kind of undersized tailback, but man, 500 yards in 2 games. That's pretty good, I'd say. Quarterback Dose Bailey is Poach is out injured or sick. And now they'll shift the wing back from right to left. Turn, handoff, get a first look at Bowden. Or Bowden rather, breaks a couple tackles, breaks another tackle, still on his feet. Yep, every bit of what we expected. And down the field he goes on the first play. He's going to take it to the house. 61 yards officially. And it's missed tackles. He was in the hole. They had us stopped at about 6 yards. And dude just went 60 yards on the opening play of the game without really even trying. I mean, he broke a couple of arm tackles, busted through them, just slippery and wiry. It's unexpected as undersized as he is. And now they'll come on to kick the point after. And just like that, one play. Officially a 61-yard touchdown run by Tyler Bowden. And PAT's up, and it's good. And just like that, it's a 7-0 lead for Tonganoxie. Boy, if you were in the locker room, you're like, we got to do this first. We got to start this way. First play from scrimmage touchdowns, probably not what they had drawn up, but he did it anyways. And just like that, 21 seconds into this ball game, it's 7-0. Now we'll see that offense. We were going through the starting lineups earlier. Wide receivers Bo Robinson, 3 catches and 43 yards on the season. The wingback is Brock Pitzer. He's one of the main receivers, 3 touchdowns receiving through the air. And then up front, centers Cody Hendrickson, working your way out. The left guard, Demarius Bassett. Left tackle, Carter Stanchfield. Tight ends, Jake Carr. Other side of things, right guard, Isaac Brackner, one of the leading tacklers defensively as well. And the right tackle is Alan Puser for this offense for Paola. It's going to have to answer back after a first play from scrimmage touchdown by Tyler Bowden. And here we go. Well, if you're going to dig yourself a hole, it's better to do it at home than on the road. That's for sure. We'll see if they can get it going offensively. I think both these teams offensively are just going to be dominant. I expected more, certainly on one play from that Paola defense, and they were there, just couldn't quite get it. A short kick going to be fair cop for, but no, it's going to be returned on that right side, and it'll be good field position up to the 36-yard line is where Paola will take over. We'll do that in break, okay? Just don't zoom in quite so much. You'll zoom too fast. Sometimes you got to direct live. Get a chance to see behind the scenes. 11:35 to play, opening quarter. First opportunity here is they'll start at the 36-yard line. Will Paola, their offense equally dangerous. Giovanni Blackie, the tailback, fullback Audie, under center Garrett Williams. Everybody to this near side. Robinson and Carr standing up at that tight end and kind of in a slot, but they are right on line of scrimmage, right up against the tackle. They'll run this way. Turn, hand off Blackie. He's going to try to take it to the house. Try to answer back. He doesn't quite, but a big kick up. A gain of 19 yards on that run by Giovanni Blackie, a 19 pickup, and Garrett Williams gets him right back to line of scrimmage. They've got the wide receiver, tight end, and wing all to this near side. The wing is Brock Pitzer. Audie still that fullback, tailback Blackie. 1st and 10 from the 35, 45-yard line. Turn, handoff, first guy through is Audie. He'll pound the rock forward for 5, maybe 6. They'll give him right at 5. And so it's a 5-yard gain to bring up second down and 5 here for the Panthers. Ball right at the 40-yard line. Look to the near side. Same formation, everybody to the near side. This will they'll run opposite. Blackie try to cut back against guy and can't quite get to the first down as he was trying to go back against the grain. Puser had set that edge. It probably looked like it was going to be right, but Blackie saw it come to the inside, so he cut inside, and there were some defenders there, so a big third down here. As it was a gain of 3, it'll bring up a 3rd down and 2. Get the line of scrimmage and look. Now they'll look to the near side again, get that call in. Big 3rd and 2. Probably 4-down territory regardless. Turn, handoff. Don't have to worry about it. Audie with the first down across the 35 up to the 34-yard line. And it's a gain of 3 when he needed 2. Maybe a gain of 4 officially. And it's a first down for Paola as they move the chains. It's a little bit more the MO for Paola is grind it out a little bit. Turn, handoff, Blackie again. Now he's got a little bit of an opening. And he'll fall forward, a gain of right about 10 yards. He's going to be just shy of a first down. And it's been Blackie, Audie, Blackie, Audie, Blackie. Guess who's going to get it next? Officially a gain of 9 to bring up a second down and 1 here for Paola. Just shy of the 25-yard line. Turn. Going to be a keeper, rather. First carry of the ball game for Garrett Williams, and he'll get the first down as he'll fall just across the 25. I think it's going to be enough for a first down. It should be. Nope. They don't give it to him. Guess that first down marker perhaps is a little bit beyond that 25, so they'll bring up a third now. Another quarterback keeper. He's going to get the first down, but it's going to be close. An official hustling in to get the ball spot. Good effort there by that line judge on that far side, and enough for the first down. Back-to-back runs by Garrett Williams gets the first down. 9:06 to go, opening quarter. Very first play from scrimmage, Tonganoxie, a 61-yard touchdown run by Tyler Bowden. And Paola trying to answer back, our first laundry of the ball game. It's going to be against Tongi. Lining up perhaps in the neutral zone or just jumping off sides. And so that's a free 5. Tonganoxie up front defensively, led by Braden Martin, number 46. He is a good-looking cat in the middle of the defense up there, 6 foot, 187, averaging 15 tackles per ball game. Watch that guy, Roman. He's at the near side linebacker right now. Blackie just ran right past him and up, and it's going to be close to a first down, or it's going to be a 4-yard pickup. It'll bring up a second down and 1. This is one where you contemplate throwing one to the edge, but I think Coach just wants to dominate a little bit. You want that guy there on the back of that camera. There you go. Here we go on second down and 1. Turn. Nope, they're going to pass it to the end zone. I said a little bit outside. If you're going to put it in the air on second and 1, down close inside the red zone is a good opportunity. He wanted his favorite receiver, Brock Pitzer. Pitzer with 3 touchdown receptions on the year, leading receiver as well statistically. And it'll bring up a manageable third down, though. And third down and 1. We've seen Garrett Williams in this situation sneak it. We'll see if they stick with that. Turn. Nope. Handoff. Audie. He's got the first down. Up shy of the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4 on the run. They call it officially 3 yards. And they move the chains 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. They can still get a first down, but they want to score right here. Williams will settle under center. Turn, handoff, second guy through Blackie. A little bit of penetration there. He's able to spin off one. Submarining himself inside there was number 70, Tucker Isaac, 6'1", 212-pound D end. Kind of got low and caused some problems. Blackie lucky to get a yard on that one. And this is the 12th play of this drive. Started with 11:35 to go in the quarter, back at their own 36. Turn, handoff, Audie, not much. Host of guys, including the one I mentioned earlier, Brandon Martin. It's going to be a gain of a 1 on the run by Audie. Now a big third down right here. Third down and 8 yards. Williams under center. He'll send Pitzer to the other side. Rolling, looking. He wants Pitzer low. Not a good ball. Pressure was coming up the gut by Jackson Stevens, giving some pressure on Williams. And so he didn't have a chance really to set his feet, but Pitzer was pretty well covered on that far side. He would not have had the first down. I believe he would have been tackled if he made the catch, but it would have been closer. And now 4th and 8. And a big one early going of this ball game right now. Fourth down and 8. Clock stops with 7:10 to play. Under center, straight drop. He's going to throw it up. Robinson, he's who he wants. He goes to the end zone. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Panthers on a 4th and 8 to the end zone, to the corner. And Bo Robinson comes down with it. A big catch, an 11-yard pitch and catch to Bo Robinson. Robinson, his first touchdown catch of the season, and with 7:04, a point after attempt trying to answer back here. 4. Hyde, kick it. He'll get a boot into it, and it's going to be good. No harm, no foul. We're back knotted at 7. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawly. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast, priced right, with plans starting at $34.95. No throttling, no tricks, more upload speed, and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawley.com. Go Brawley. It just works.
Paola Panthers answer back. So far, offensively, Tonganoxie one play, 61 yards, a touchdown. Paola, other side of the coin, as they go 13 plays. 13 plays, 74 yards, 64 yards rather. And cap it off at an 11-yard touchdown pitching catch from Garrett Williams to Bo Robinson on a 4th and 8. They'll kick it deep. Audie to kick it. It'll be fielded about the 22-yard line, near side return. Trying to bust out and brought down on the return. Sam Clydesty, one of the offensive weapons for Tonganoxie, and he gets a good return up there. As Tongi will start at their own 37-yard line with 6:58 to play here in this opening quarter. On that drive, Paola also took 4 minutes and 31 seconds off the clock on a 13-play, 64-yard drive. But had to overcome it. Now Bowden trying to be tackled for the first time tonight. He is stroked by a host of them coming up in that line. And a nice job there for the Panther defense to get him on the ground. Jax Earlywine led the way tackling the other night. He was in there along with Brackner. Near side D end as well, Jake Carr. It is still a game of 3 yards. Bring up a second down and 7. Shotgun set here for Bailey. He's going to pass. Look, now flushed a little bit. Pressure coming. Stanchfield all over him. Drags him to the ground as the big fella. As he gets in the backfield, the 6'3", 255-pound senior gets back there, and it's a big sack as it's a loss of 5 on the quarterback scramble. On the sack officially by Carter Stanchfield, and he went right into him. Beat his man, was standing there as he started to scramble. And it's 3rd down and 12 now for Tonganoxie. Quads to the near side, wide receiver to the far side, empty backfield. They are passing the football, and it's going to be blown dead. A timeout going to be taken by Paola as they come out and see that formation. It's 5 wide receivers, no running backs, and we can hear the coaches next to us. Then, whoa, call timeout. Let's draw this up here on 3rd down and 12. We'll keep it right here. Chance to talk to you about our Chamber Connection, brought to you by the Paola Chamber of Commerce. When we started to do this and wanted to bring this broadcast to Paola, that was our first stop, and it should be too if you want to start a business in Paola or Miami County. Stop in there and talk to those folks at the Paola Chamber of Commerce. Super helpful, and we're happy to join and become members of the Chamber of Commerce. Always working to promote businesses in Paola and the surrounding area, and they remind you to shop local first. To learn more, call 913-294-4336 or visit paolachamber.org. Paola Sports Live is also presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Love those guys at Go Brawley. They are changing what is possible. Experience a new kind of internet with Go Brawley. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. 5:39 to go, first quarter. All knotted up at 7s, but the biggest third down of the ball game so far for Tongi. 3rd down and 12. Shotgun, they go to a different formation. They've got a running back there as Bowden, just to the left of Bailey. Pressure coming from Audie on the edge. They pick it up. He'll let one fly, and it's going to be caught on the far side. What a dandy throw on the pitch and catch. And that's an 18-yard pitch and catch. And it's converted to the big fella, Dallas Bond. This is a Saturday-type dude, 6'3", 220-pound senior, and he will play next year. as a senior. He will play somewhere. With that body size and ability to catch that pass. A big conversion there for Tongi. Inside Panther territory. Turn handoff Bowden into the pile. They hold strong. And not going to be much there. Maybe a gain of a yard. Bowden on the carry. Bring up a second down and 9 just inside Paola territory at the 46-yard line. 5 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Oh, boy, we're going to have a good one here tonight. Shotgun here for Bowden. Or for Bailey. Bowden to his left. 2 wide receivers near side. Looking left all the way. Looking to that big fella again. This time not going to catch him. And at 220 pounds and 6'3", he gingerly hops right over the bench over there. And he will come back for another one. And it's another big third down. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 9. Wide receiver far side is Clydesty. Wide receiver in that slot to that far side is Jacob Maxwell. Wide receiver near side. Bowden behind him. They'll flip the big guy, Bond, from left to right. He'll be the H-back. Turn, handoff, Bowden. Trying to break tackles. He's going to almost break one, but able to bring him down. Nice job, Jake Carr there leading the way. Brackner as well. And it is going to bring up a 4th down. It's a gain of 4. And it will bring up a 4th down and long 5 here for Tongi. See if this Paola defense can get off the field here. 2 wide receivers near side. Wing to the near side is Bond. Clydesty tight to the far side. And they kind of got a quick kick set up here, and they're going to punt it away. Well, Bailey, it's going to be shanked. And Paola's going to have very good field position. That's when you look back and you're like, well, if we're not going to execute that right at Tonganoxie, why run it? Give yourself a chance. Throw it down the field because they almost lose yardage on it. They are going to gain a little bit, but not much. And it will end up being a punt for Tongi with 4:08 to play. And that's where Paola will start this drive at their own 35 here with 4:08 to play. In this opening quarter, trying to break serve. Wide receiver far side, Robinson, the guy who just had a touchdown catch, a big one on a 4th and 8. He got an 11-yard touchdown pass. Wing to the right side, fullback Audie, turn, he'll hand it off to the big fella. He's got a bit of a hole, and he'll rumble forward for a gain of about 10 yards. On the run by Audie. And it is just right at the sticks. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Same formation, Pitzer the wing back. Williams will be under center. Deep backs Blackie, the fullback Audie. Take plenty of time. That play clock, not a factor. Williams, he'll flip Pitzer to the near side. He'll be the H-back here. Blackie trying to break one, he can't. Oh, he thought he stayed on his feet, he did not. They get him down. Clydesty there, help coming over by Tamar Brown, and it's going to be a gain of a couple. On the run by Giovanni Blackie, we'll give him 3. Going to bring up a long 7 at the 47-yard line, 48-yard line. Everything's going that way. Turn, quarterback keeper, Williams. Boy, bust one. Had good contact. And Martin was there, the big linebacker. Williams took his best. It's a run of 2. And so a gain of 2 to bring up a 3rd down and 5. Williams look to the sideline. That's what it should look like every time. Perfect. 3rd down and 5. Robinson, the wide receiver to the far side. Pitzer, the wing. Watch him out of the backfield if they pass. They'll go right to Robinson. Then it's just airmailed. Not a great throw by Garrett Williams. He'd like to have that one back. He was going to have him because of the way that formation was set and the way Robinson was able to drive that defender off the ball. He was going to be able to come back to an easy 1st down. if it's put anywhere in his vicinity. Instead, it will be an incomplete pass and most likely a punt. Yep. And so Williams going to line up to punt this one away for. Oh, they want him to run it, want him to fake that one. There's all kinds of room out there. He is going to get a nice punt. That's going to pin Tonganoxie way down deep as it's going to roll out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. What a boot by Garrett Williams. A great one there. As Tonganoxie will start this one inside the 5-yard line on that punt by Garrett Williams. Just inside of it here with 2:06 to go in this opening quarter. Well, both teams score on their opening drives. Both teams have to punt on their second drives. We'll see what Tonganoxie has to answer here with 2:06 to play deep inside their own territory. Tyler Bowden answered his expectations with his first touch of the ball game. Been hamstrung a little bit since then on the second drive. They'll pop one out on that side to Bond, and he'll be brought down. Good coverage there. Dallas Bond, they use that good size to just kind of flip it out to him. That's a long, extended run, essentially, to get it out there to him, but he'll end up gaining 2. And it will be officially a 2-yard gain, bring up second down and 8 for the Chieftains. Wide receiver near side, 2 to the far side, Clydesty in the slot. Martin is the wingback to the near side or tight end. They'll run this way with Bowden, trying to bust one. He does. Oh, here he goes. Down the sideline he comes, coming to the near side, cuts back against the grain, and able to track him down are the Panthers, but not before a huge gain. Another one about 23 yards on the pickup. And it's a 23-yard gain on second down and 8.
First down and 10 from the Tonganoxie 30-yard line.
First down and 10 at the 30. Bailey, the junior quarterback, 6 foot 163, has been thrown into service for Blake Poge, who's out. They'll turn, handoff Bowden, cuts back against the grain. That little step in the backfield. He wasn't in the hole yet, but he saw the hole while he was still in the backfield and had one little slide to the inside. And I think that might be his talent, is the ability to see that hole before he even gets into it. It's a gain of 6. They'll bring up a second down and 4 as we're inside, approaching the 30-second mark of this first quarter. Pistol set, turn, handoff, Bowden again. He cuts back against the grain, breaking through tackles. He'll finally have to be brought down. Garrett Williams coming there to make the tackle along with Nick Walker. And it'll be a first down. It'll be a gain of 10. And it will be the last play, perhaps, once they set the chains. We'll see if they run another one here before the end of this first quarter. We'll see. It's 10 seconds. It's running. I don't think they're really paying much attention to the quarter clock. I think they're just lining up. They'll shift the guy up, and they do not get it snapped in time for the end of the quarter. So at the end of one, we're all knotted up at 7. Every bit of what we expected here tonight. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Paola Panther football on Paola Sports Live.
Miami County Dance Movement is a place to inspire kids. Miami County Dance Movement is one big family with loving teachers. Miami County Dance Movement is where I'm learning to be flexible in dance and my life. Miami County Dance Movement is so amazing because everybody is so loving and kind. Miami County Dance Movement is like a second family to me.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
Here we go, second quarter of action here from Paola. All knotted up at 7. Pass here, Bailey looking to flow. It's intercepted. It's going the other way. It's going the other way, and it's a big one here. All the way. Jack Earlywine's going to take it to the house. It'll be a 45-yard or so, maybe 50-yard return on the pick 6. Earlywine snatches that one. He led him in tackles last week, and this week he picks up a big pick 6. And the defense gets into the action. And a 50-yard return on the pick 6. What a way to start the second quarter for the Panthers. And the point after attempt is coming. Hyde to kick it. And he will put it up and in. And just like that, it's 14-0. Jack Earlywine on that one. Nice job by him. There's a good shot at the big fella. One of those key linebackers. Boy, I wish we had instant replay. We'll get there. As that was just really nice. It got on him in a hurry. He had to throw those paws up and snatch it out of the ground, out of the air. But when he did, he knew exactly what to do with it. And Earlywine, a big one. 6 foot, 170-pound linebacker. Jack had got a little fired up last week. Had a personal foul penalty that probably resulted in some running at practice, I would suspect, this week. But maybe redeemed himself right there. I'm sure it went a long way to redeeming itself as the Panthers take the lead for the first time tonight after they trailed 7-0 on the first play of the game. Have scored 14 unanswered. And Tonganoxie will get the ball back. Audie to kick it away. Short little pooch kick. They're not going to give Bowden a chance to touch the ball. I think that's part of it. They'll go to the big fella Martin on the far side, and he'll rumble forward across the 40. He's going to have pretty good field position. Will Tonganoxie. And here's the thing. With this offense of Tonganoxie, they can make up a 7-point difference pretty quickly, especially with that big running back in Bowden. And so they will start at their own 41-yard line. Here's 11:44 to play in this first half. 2 wide receivers, now 3 wide receivers. Now they're going to guy off. 2 wide receivers far side, 2 to the near side. Bailey in that shotgun set with Bowden to his right. Straight drop, looking, lets it fly. He's got Bowden in the flat. He hits the ground in a hurry and takes off running. Good coverage, really. Penalty flag comes in. I think that's going to probably be leading with the head, I'm going to guess, on Brackner. As he was over there to make that play. Isaac, 5'9", 195-pound linebacker, one of the leading tacklers on this team, but nobody's hurt, but I think it's probably going to be possibly leading with the crown of the helmet. I don't think he meant to do it. I think it just got on him in a hurry. And so the pass complete to Bowden. Maybe a gain of 6 on the completion. And now we'll wait for an explanation from the white hat. He's explaining to the near side line judge what the penalty was. And it is, leading with the helmet. I think there's any question about how Coach Dumpert feels about it or how some of the natives feel about it as well. This is where we turn down our crowd mic. Just in case. It's going to be a big penalty, though, as it's a personal foul on that. So I'll put them forward. across the 40-yard line up near the 38-yard line. Inside Panther territory now. How does the defense respond? Turn handoff Bowden. He'll stutter step in the hole, and he'll fall forward across up near the across the 35-yard line up near the 34. It'll be a gain of 4 yards on the run by Bowden. I'll tell you what, kid's got some stutter. He's got a little slide to him, a little shimmy, a little shake. But right now, that offensive line up front for Tonganoxie is getting a push, as well as we've seen anybody push on that Paola defensive line, and they are stacked. Up front is the Paola defensive line with Daquan Rogers on that left side, along with Demarius Bassett. Stanchfield gets a little playing time in there. He's on the near side. I mean, that's a good defensive line, and right now Tonganoxie's getting a push. 2nd down and 6. Turn, handoff Bowden, another hole for him. He'll run forward, gain up near the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and short 2. They're quick to the line of scrimmage. 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. That same backfield. They'll go from that pistol set, waiting for the ball to get set to the hash. Everybody slides over. Quickly. Turn, handoff, Bowden. Nothing there. They get the stop. No, he bounced off another one. He hits another one. Still on his feet. How does he stay on his feet? Got to wrap his arms up and get a hold of him, but they still on the 3rd attempt. First time didn't get him. 2nd time didn't quite get him, but it was a hard hit. And the 3rd time they do come in and get the stop. And so they maybe give him 1 yard on the run, but it's going to be short. And it'll bring up a 4th down and short. Tonga going to go for it. Just across the 30 up to the 29-yard line. This is what drives me crazy. 4th and 1, we're 6 yards off the ball. Turn, handoff, Bowden. He's got the 1st down. Not a whole lot more, but he does get across on the 1st. It's a gain of 2, maybe 3. And good call, kid. As it will be a gain of 3 to bring up a 1st down. He has touched the ball on every play so far. 5 plays, it's all been number 3, a catch and 4 runs. Turn. How about another one? Right side, put a foot in the ground, cuts back against the grain. He'll gain about 5, maybe 6 yards on that one. We'll give him 6 officially. He's quick. I mean, he picks him up, puts him down in a hurry. Undersized, but almost 2,000-yard rusher a year ago for 6'8", Lawrence Free State. Transferred in this summer, and sure Coach was pretty happy to see that. Bailey in that shotgun again. Bowden to his right. He's touched the ball on every play. This time he will not. They're going to pass it. Wide open. Clydesty to the corner. Touchdown. Well, they can pass it to the corner too. A 22-yard pitch and catch to Clydesty. And we're almost knotted back up at 14. From Bailey to Sam Clydesty with 8:48 to play. The only play they don't go to Bowden, they score on. Here's the kick. Snaps back, holds down, kick is on its way. It's a good one. They got a pretty good kicker in Jackson McWilliams. He's a freshman. And they tie it up at 14-0. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
Seven play, 59-yard drive, capped off on a 22-yard pitch and catch from quarterback Gabe Bailey to wide receiver Sam Clydesty. Caps off that drive. 8:48 to play in the first half, all tied up at 14 apiece. Every bit is what we expected here tonight in this one. And they'll kick it away. McWilliams. Going to pooch this one up. It's going to be close to going out of bounds. And it will. It'll be a penalty. It'll be good field position here. That last drive, though, I mentioned 59 yards. They were helped out big time. The very first play from scrimmage was a 6-yard pass to Tyler Bowden, and he was hit by Brackner, and they called a personal foul using the crown of the helmet. Questionable call, and it gave them a 15-yard on the end of that run, so it gave them a good chunk of yardage up inside Panther territory, and then they just kind of chunked it away, and then that last play, a touchdown, pitch and catch, and now they're going to mark us on the penalty at the 41-yard line.
With the penalty, the Panthers start this drive. First down, 10 from their own 41-yard line.
And so that's how this drive will start. See if they can answer back. Toss sweep near side Blackie. Not much there. Lucky to get back to line of scrimmage. Host of Chieftains there, including Clydesty, along with that linebacker Brandon Martin. And so it's no yards on that carry. Bring up second down and 10. Two wide receivers on the far side. Pitzer's in the slot. Now a timeout going to be taken by Paola, I believe, perhaps. We'll see. Yeah, I wondered about this. They had the ball marked at the 41. Is that what they're going to leave it there or put it back at the 40? If the ball goes out of bounds, it's at the 40, right? Wait and see what they decide. The Zebras are out there having a conversation. Or it's a ball situation, maybe? Yep. Maybe that ball went out of bounds there. I had to switch out the football. Somebody tried to sneak in a Nerf. I'm just kidding. That would have been funny. Or maybe a kid's ball. You can throw a kid's ball a long ways. Okay, here we go. New pigskin into the action. Under center goes Garrett Williams. Sun about completely set to our far side, back behind us. Nightfall, gorgeous night for some high school football, and a good one to boot. Fullback Audie, turn, nope, option, kick out. Blackie trying to catch that edge. Can he cut back against Granius? Throat a bit backwards, dangerous. But it is a good hit, and that's Martin coming downhill. Pretty good little linebacker in Martin. That looked like it was going to be a big play. Instead, it's a gain of just 2 yards on that pitch on the option to Blackie. And now a big third down and long 8 here for Paola. 7:46 to go first half. Trading jabs in this one are these two heavyweights. Tongie's coaching staff is fired up on that far side, and they're going to probably call a timeout. They do. Timeout will take it. Third down, big one coming up next when we return on Paola Sports Live.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Third down and a long 8 here for Paola. Going to try to answer back after the score by Tongi. Here we go. Fake the toss. Now looking to pass. Throw it down here to Pitzer. He's got to go back and get it. He does. A big third down conversion. Penalty flag is back there. It's going to be close to a gain of 15 yards. But a penalty flag sits back at the line of scrimmage. And so for the first time being, it's going to be a first down. We'll see what they decide. That came in the midst of that play. So I don't know if it was anybody off sides to start it. It was after the play had kind of gotten going. So if it was a false start, I would have think they would have blown that dead, but Tongi indicating that it might be against Paola. Officials working it out. And now they will let us know, let us in on the secret. Boy, this would be a painful one here. Legal shift. Again, I'm surprised by that one. That's a tough one. That'll back them up. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, but it really isn't a 5-yard penalty. It's more like a 25-yard penalty because it takes away the first down. It takes away a 15-yard pass completion, then I guess a 20-yard. That backs them up 5 more yards. So it'll be 4th down. They shouldn't lose it down. If it was a illegal shift, it's still 3rd down. Back them up 5 and it's 3rd down. It's not 4th down. It should not be 4th down. You probably can hear the coaches next door to us saying it's not 4th down. It should be 3rd down. Yeah. A lot of confusion. There they go. Now it's 3rd down. You didn't think I knew what I was talking about, did you? You're like, you quit listening to me a long time ago. 3rd down and 13. Williams looking, had Robinson. Now he's going to go on the sideline for Pitzer. Intercepted. It's going to be a near side return. And a penalty flag is going to come out. It will take away this return most likely on the interception by number 34.
There's a flag down on the return on the near boundary.
I don't have 34 on my roster. Oh, yeah, I do. Jacob Maxwell. Yeah, I do. And so an interception by Jacob Maxwell. You know, it was 3rd and long. You might be punting it away. You'd probably give yourself a better chance if you did that. But now with the penalty, it's going to back them up. It's not the best situation. It's also not the worst. And so
illegal block on the return.
And so then the pass and interception going to stop that drive. So both teams have had interceptions. Now, Paola's INT they had resulted in 6 points as they took it to the house on a pick 6 on a interception by Jack Earlywine. But now Tongi a chance to break serve here as it's all tied up at 14, all 7:09 to play in this first half. It'll be 1st and 10. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Turn, handoff. Bowden trying to pick his way. Little tentative. I think he's been stroked a couple times up in that hole. Maybe just trying to pick his way, but he still manages to get 3 yards, and that's offensive line. I think that you can get that much. It doesn't look like you're really going to have an opportunity, and you still manage to get 3 yards, 4 yards, because that offensive line is getting a push up front. That's the battle to watch. If I was just somebody in the stands watching this, I would be watching that matchup right there up front. Those 4 against those 5. Shotgun here for Bailey. Turn, handoff Bowden. Picking his way. Try to hold on for all you can. You can't. Boy, he just keeps those legs going. As undersized as he is strong as an ox. A 12-yard pickup on the run. That happens. It's okay.
Tackler number 78, Nicolana Rogers.
And so a 12-yard pickup by Bowden gets it inside Panther territory at the 43-yard line. See if this defense can stiffen here. 6:10 to play, first half. 2 men in backfield now with Bailey. One to his left, and then Bowden the deep back. Clydesty back there with him. Turn, fake that. Now they'll roll, looking. Good coverage downfield, lets it fly. And it is out of the reach of Bond, the intended receiver. That's 24, not 84, actually. It's intended for Heston Robbins. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. I'm always fascinated, and I get on this kick about every year, by coaches who maybe just think just a little too much about it. They think a little too much about football. They want to try to do all their stuff. And, man, you're getting 12 yards of carry on a dive, straight dive, or an option. Run it. 1st and 10 pass down at 2nd and 10. At the 43, you're driving in a tie ball game. Do what works. Shotgun here. They'll do it. Turn right. Bowden, big push off that right side. I'm telling you what, it is a dominant performance right now by that Tonganoxie offensive line. And it's going to be a penalty flag on the field, probably a hold against Tongi. So that's what happens. You pass it on first down. It's not the result. It's not causational. It's just then you, by no fault of your own, and just happens, you have a penalty. Now yourself in a bigger hole. And so it'll be a spot foul from right after about the line of scrimmage. It'll probably bring up a second down at about 19 when they finally mark the ball dead back inside Tongi territory. And so .544 in the first half. It has been every bit as billed between the number 2 ranked Panthers and the number 3 ranked Tonganoxie Chieftains. 3 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side to the big fella Bond, the tight end. Turn, here comes his way all the way. Down the field they go for Bond, trying to get to it, fight for the ball. It's going to be incomplete. No penalty flags. Good coverage downfield. And giving coverage there was a nice job by Isaac Myers. And now it's 3rd down and 19. And it will bring up a 3rd and 19. Big 3rd down opportunity here. Paola with a chance to get a stop here. Make them punt to you. You got plenty of time, run your full offense and get one in before halftime. On 3rd down. And a timeout going to be taken. I think Paola, recognizing that situation, is going to take a timeout. We will too. We're back at 30. You're watching Paola Panther football on Paola Sports Live.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is the area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you place that faulty trimmer or mower, bring it to Hers and let their experts get you back to work. Hers also takes care of hydraulic hoses, cylinder reseal, and mechanical control cables, such as push-pull, brake, throttle, and more. Plus they carry quality equipment like Bobcat mowers, Steiner tractors, grass trimmers, and more. Hers is even a UPS drop-off station. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
.538 to play in this first half, 14-all. Both teams trading jabs. Have I run out of boxing metaphors yet? 3rd down and 19. Bailey the shotgun with the left. To his left is Bowden. 2 wide receivers near side. To the far side. One real tight to the line of scrimmage. Straight drop. Looking left all the way. Pumping. Now he'll throw back to the middle of the field. And no chance really. Over the head of Clydesty. Out. Garrett Williams right there. It's probably not where you want to try to pick on them. A very experienced secondary. And this started, I will tell you right now, this started on 1st down. When you pass the ball, when you're running the ball well and charging forward, it benefits Paola, so I'm all for it, but it starts on that 1st down pass. Coaches just cannot help themselves so many times. Bailey's going to be the punter. They may look at a fake here. I'd be weary of that, certainly at this situation. He'll look. Nope, he'll going to go and put a foot into it. They're going to get a decent return maybe, as that one takes a weird hop and now he'll just fall on top of it. Not ideal. But Williams will fall on it, and he'll head his defense, or offense rather, at the 11-yard line, 16-yard line rather. And so that drive, they got a 3-yard run on 1st down, 12-yard run on 2nd down, and then it was incomplete pass, holding penalty, incomplete pass, punt. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. So Paola will start at their own 16-yard line. 5:26 to play. This is a perfect opportunity for a 5-minute, 26-second drive. And cap it off on a touchdown and take some momentum into the locker room. Williams will set it under center. Turn, handoff, first guy through. Audie, he'll have a good run off left tackle. And it'll fall forward across the 20, up near the 25, maybe 20, or excuse me, the 21 or 22 yard line. So that's a gain of 6 on the run by Audie. We'll flip Robinson to the near side. Tight end far side. 2 men in the backfield. Split behind Williams. Turn, handoff, Audie again. And that's not Audie, rather. That is Pitzer. Brock Pitzer was the other guy in the backfield with Audie, so some meat back there, but it's going to be a gain of a couple on the carry by Pitzer. Third down. They got the first down. Williams with some big running room. Across the 40. Gets back against the grain. Down the field it goes across the 50. Across the 40. 35. 30. Is he going to go? 20. 15. 10. 5. Touchdown. Paola Panthers. It's a 66-yard touchdown run. No penalties on the touchdown run. A 76-yard touchdown run by Garrett Williams. 76-yard touchdown run. And just like that, everything was looking inside. It was a 3rd and short yardage, and he pulled that ball, popped it to the edge, and then a nice cutback about 15 yards into the run. Hyde with the point after, kicks up, and it is good. And so Garrett Williams, the quarterback, a big run there. With 4:18 to play. It was a 3-play drive, started at their own 16. And they made quick work of it. That's going to give Tongi a chance to answer back, though, here with 4:18 to play. I believe Paola is down to just 1 timeout, rather. But, man, he pulled that ball. It was a really nice pull. Read it well and was able to take it to the house. That run, cutback about midfield, just was able to get it. It didn't look like it was going to be a touchdown run. It looked like it was going to be a nice one, but not a touchdown level run. And boy, he did. Took it to the house. And so Paola going to kick it back away here to Tonganoxie with 4:18 to play in the first half. Tongi took the lead of this ball game on the first offensive play of the game. A 60-plus yard touchdown run by Tyler Bowden. Since that point, he's been, relatively kept under wraps. I mean, he's got some big runs, definitely, but it has not been the 250-yard game like he's had in back-to-back weeks. Audie to kick it away. He's been kind of pushing it, kicking it short. And he'll do it again this time, coming to the near side. And it's going to be an opportunity there, but they're going to get it. Boy, that was a fortunate bounce of the football for Tonganoxie as it hit the hands of Jacob Maxwell, popped out, and he went and grabbed it out of the air. That thing probably felt like it was a mile away when it went out of his hands, but he was able to go gadget arm and pull it in. And Tongi's going to have a chance at it as they'll start at their own 34-yard line here with 4:16 to play in this first half. You like the touchdown. You want the touchdown from Garrett Williams, and when he's on the open field running, what's he going to do? Stop? No. But you also would have liked to take some time off the clock. Now they'll have a chance. They'll flip Clydesty from left to right. Shotgun here for Bailey. Bailey going to look down the field. He wants Bond. He got some separation. Arm goes up there. What a play! What a play defensively by Isaac Myers. Isaac Myers, that was Bond's ball. He had it in his hands. He was going to make the reception, and Myers kept fighting, put his arm in there, and knocked it loose. What a nice play by Myers on that one, as it was intended for Bond. And it will bring up a 2nd down and 10 now from the 34-yard line. Not a bad play execution on the part by Tongi. And now Bailey, turn, handoff Bowden. He'll bust through one, spins off another. It's a gain of about 9. And going to bring up a 3rd down and 1 here for the Chieftains. Snaps back, Bowden. It was on the ground. Oh, he is stroked. Isaac Brackner. This is the drive for the Isaacs. Isaac Meyer made a big play. Now Brackner coming in there and making a big play. Name your kid Isaac. They can come in and lay some helmet. Lay that helmet down. Boy, he looked like he was going to spin off. That's one about, and he spins off a lot of tackles. You're going to hit a few times. No gain on the play. And it's 4th down and 1. Got to watch the ball. You don't want to jump off sides here. They're going to do a hard count if they're smart. I would. I'd do a hard count a couple times, then take a timeout. 4th down. They're going to snap it. Turn, handoff Bowden, trying to get the 1st down. He does. Now he's cutting back against the grain. Still on his feet. Still bouncing off tacklers. Good. There's nothing there to tackle. And it looked like it was going to be not much. It's a gain of 22. On the carry by Bowden. On 4th and 2, he gets 22. And it'll make it a 36-yard line. 2 wide receivers near his side. Bowden in the backfield. Turn, hand off to him again. Why not? Trying to get to outside. That's holding. They'll finally call it. Boy, Carr was trying to get to the edge. Number 70 had a pretty good grip on him. Tucker Isaacs. Isaacs is his last name. The correlation is just can't go unseen. Can't go unsaid. And so it will be a holding penalty most likely on that outside. As I think Carr would have been there to make the play too had Isaacs not had a hold of him on that far side. As he was the end on that end trying to keep contained and make Bowden come back to the inside. We'll wait and see officially what it is. It is holding at that spot. And so it'll bring up about a 1st down and 18 once the holding penalty is marked off. And so back to the 44-yard line. Two wide receivers far side, 2 to the near side. Bond and Clydesty, main targets here on this near side. They'll flip a guy into the backfield as a blocking back. Turn, they'll run opposite of him with Bowden. They'll slide through there. It's impressive. It's something else. Coach Dumpert used multiple superlatives to describe him, and it is every bit of accurate. It was 1st down and 18. Now a gain of about 11 on the play on the run by Bowden. As it brings up a 2nd down and long 7 here at the 33-yard line. Shotgun here for Bailey. They'll push Clydesty back out and push Bond a little wider. Now he'll put Bowden just to his right. Turn, handoff. Not a lot there, but still falls forward across the 30. It'll be a gain of about 4 yards on the run, and it will bring up a 3rd down and short. 3rd down and 3. 3rd and a short 3 here for Tongi. Probably 4-down territory. Minute 27 to play in the first half. Paola with a 7-point lead. Try to force it at least a 4th down here. They'll turn, handoff, Bowden. It wasn't there originally. The defense gets there. That was on that far side. I believe Carr kind of setting the edge, and then Audie coming and helping clean things up for Paola, I believe. But it was all started with Jake Carr on that far side maintaining, and it's actually a loss on the play of a yard. It'll bring up a 4th and 4. Fourth down and 4. Big one here with 46 seconds to play in the half. Looking to pass. He'll let it fly. He wants Bond. He is going to be out of bounds. Yep, out of bounds, incomplete. That's a good job. These guys have done a nice job. They were tested and challenged and, frankly, failed the test at times last week against Spring Hill in the second half. But, boy, that secondary has been big tonight. And it will be a turnover on downs And it'll give Paola a chance. We'll see what they decide to do. I believe they only got one timeout. 39.5 seconds to play in the first half and 70 yards in front of them. And now we'll have a penalty to start it. Nope, they're just going to take a knee. I thought they were going to have a penalty. They're just going to take a knee. That's okay. You got the lead in a rivalry matchup and a big one, the number 2 ranked Paola Panthers and the number 3 ranked Tonganoxie Chieftains. We go to the locker room. It's 21-14 after a half. We've got a dandy on our hands tonight in Paola. We'll take our break here of halftime. Band performance will come up in just a moment as well. All that and more right here on your new home for Paola High School Athletics, Paola Sports Live.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Affordable with plans starting at just $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. More upload speed and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. Go Brawley, it just works.
Number one, obviously, is safety.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone?
So, what is love? Love is being independent.
Love is dancing.
At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
Back out here at halftime here on Paola Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you. Right now, the Paola Panthers with a 21-14 lead at the halftime break. We will recap that first half, take a look at some numbers, and get you set for second half action in just a little bit. For now, we'll turn it over to the Panther High School Marching Band and hear their performance here at the halftime. It's a good one here tonight in Paola, 21-14 at the break.
Tonight, the band will perform the first two selections of its 2020 field show, 80s, We Have the Beats. We begin with Cameo's 1986 smash, Word Up, followed by Paula Abdul's #1 chart topper on the September '89 Billboard Hot 100, Cold Hearted. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pride.
There you go. Pride of Paola Marching Band. Nice performance there at halftime. 21-14 is your score here on the halftime show. Let's recap that first half, let you know how we ended up where we did. Tonganoxie would start the ball game with the football, and they would make very quick work. They would start at their own 39-yard line. Very first play from scrimmage, a 61-yard touchdown run by Tyler Bowden. And it was like, yeah, okay, he's pretty good. He broke a couple tackles on that run. It was really impressive. Certainly a highlight run, and it ended up in a touchdown. And just like that, not very long into the ball game, 11:38, in fact, just a few seconds into it, it was a 7-0 game. Paola would take over at their own 36-yard line with 11:35 to play in the first quarter, and boy, they'd put on a drive. 13 plays, 64 yards, took 4 minutes and 31 seconds off the clock, capped off on an 11-yard touchdown pitch and catch from quarterback Garrett Williams to wide receiver Bo Robinson on a fourth down play, and it was able to convert into the corner, and a PAT was good, made it 7-7. Tongi would start at their own 37-yard line with 58 to play in the first quarter. They would have to punt the ball. Paola would get it. They would have to punt. So after two scores, back-to-back punts, Tongi gets it back at their own 5-yard line. It was a very good punt by Garrett Williams to pin them deep with 2:06 to play in the first quarter. They went 5 plays, but an interception thrown by junior quarterback Gabe Bailey right in the hands of Jack Earlywine. Popped up there, grabbed it. He returned it about 50 yards for a touchdown. So the pick six made it 14-7 with 11:48 to play after the point after attempt by Hyde. Tongi would take over their own 41-yard line with 11:44 to play in the first half. As we start the second quarter, that interception actually was the first play of the second quarter by Earlywine, and then Tongi gets it, and they drive down the field. They go 8 plays. They cap it off on a 22-yard pitch and catch from Bailey to Sam Clydesty with 8:48 to play in the first half. It was 14-14. Paola would start at their own 41-yard line on the ensuing drive, and they would have their own turnover in the ball game. An interception thrown by Garrett Williams, a good pick by Jacob Maxwell, and with 7:09 to play, it was back in the hands of Tongi. They would start at their own 42-yard line, but they would be forced to punt after some incomplete passes. Back to Paola. Paola would have it deep in their own territory, inside their own 16. A run by Audi and then a run by Pitzer, but then the run on a quarterback keeper. It was on 3rd and short. They thought they were going to dive inside, and instead Williams bounces it, and he takes it 76 yards to the house. And with 4:18 to play in the first half, it was 21-14. Tongi would get it back. They would try to drive with 4:16. You'd think they have plenty of time. They can't convert, and they end up turning it over on downs after a long pass intended for the big fella Bond, Dallas Bond, and then Paola gets it. They take one knee, and that was the end of the first half. We'll take another quick break. We come back. We'll take a look at some halftime stats, try to get some scores from around the area as well. All that more here on the Halftime Show when we return on Paola Sports Live.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Miami County Dance Movement is a place to inspire kids. Miami County Dance Movement is one big family with loving teachers. Miami County Dance Movement is where I'm learning to be flexible and dance and my life. Miami County Dance Movement is so amazing because everybody is so loving and kind. Miami County Dance Movement is like a second family to me.
Welcome back here on the Halftime Show. BJ Harris along with you. Alongside me is Nacho Cheese Eater Corinne Harris. Appreciate you. Doing a good job, kid. It is halftime of this one, 21-14. The Paola Panthers on top as they start to work their way out and come back onto the field. Do the Panthers as they'll get warmed up and get cracking to try to add to their lead. They should have the ball to start things. Let's take a look at our halftime numbers, and these are super unofficial, so please do not print these in the newspaper. Don't tell anybody about them because I don't trust myself, but I feel pretty confident about some of these. But one in particular, I'll tell you in a second. One I was saying, Bowden was not having his typical 250-yard rushing game. No, maybe better. I forgot about the 61-yard run, first of all. He's also got a couple of 20-plus yard runs. He did it real sneakily, but he's on pace for 42 carries. So, I mean, that's one way to do it. 21 carries, 192 yards, and a touchdown for Bowden. That is pretty impressive in the first half is what I have him unofficially. And he averages about 8 yards a carry, and he's about 9 yards a carry in this one. So if the game plan was to stop him, game plan not being executed, although they do have the lead, and Paola should feel pretty good about that. The pick six really by Jack Earlywine, I think the difference, and it is the difference score-wise in this one, so the defense doing their part. As for Paola on the stats side of things, Garrett Williams, quarterback, 4 carries, 80 yards rushing, the biggest on a 76-yard carry by him and a touchdown. That was on that 76-yard. Passing, I have him, and I'm not sure if this is right. That's why I gave but I think he's 1 of 4. 1 of 4 for 11 yards and a touchdown and an interception. So, weird stat line, but he's got a score. He's got an INT, but they haven't passed a whole lot, but he was effective on a 4th down connection to Bo Robinson, who has that 11 yards receiving and 1 touchdown. On the ground elsewhere for Paola, for Giovanni Blackie, 7 carries, 41 yards, no scores. 25, Audie has 6 carries and 29 yards rushing for Paola. Those are your halftime numbers. We'll take another quick break. We come back. Get you ready for your second half next, right here on your home for Paola High School Athletics, Paola Sports Live.
Are you thinking about buying medicine online? A search for online pharmacies yields more than 20 million results. But which ones can you trust? Medicines bought from unlicensed online pharmacies can be dangerous. You may get a fake drug, your condition may get worse, or you may experience a bad reaction. Don't put your health at risk. To learn how to find an online pharmacy that's safe and legal, visit fda.gov/BeSafeRx. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
So, what is love? Love is being independent. Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
How do you see the world?
Ha! At Shriners Hospitals for Children, we know that changing how you see things can turn them into
everyday miracles! Like riding my bike. Breaking boards. Ha! Hugging my mom.
Every day for over 90 years, Shriners Hospitals for Children has been sending love to the rescue, regardless of a family's ability to pay.
If you know a child we can help, call or go online now.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us research program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
Here we go. Second half in one of the biggest games in the state of Kansas this week. Number 3, number 2 matchup. It'll be Paola on offense to get things started here in the second half. Second half kickoff brought to you by our friends at Hers Incorporated, just like the first. Hers Incorporated, get your season started off right with a great Bobcat mower. Take your mower in there for a nice tune-up, as well as they are working on all types of small engines. They know what they're doing when it comes to small engines. Take it to Hers. Check them out at hersinc.net or call 913-247-3530 before you head to the city. Give those guys locally a chance to put you in the right mower. I got my lawnmower sitting right next to me. Don't I, kid? First year ever that I've not mowed. I don't think I've mowed the grass once, have I? No, I have not. Perfect. Just the way I like it. Waiting for the clock to get to where it needs to be. Hope they're not waiting on us. We're ready. (21-14). Got a good one here tonight. Just what the doctor ordered. And I know that because I went to the doctor for a checkup this week. He ordered. Good football game. That's a prescription we can deal with. Got one here. That's 3 minutes they have to do that. Mandatory 3-minute warm-up period, even though everybody's ready to go. McWilliams going to kick it back deep to the Panthers. Giovanni Blackie, basically the one man back there. They've been keeping it pretty short. They'll kick it to the near side. Myers going to return it at the 21-yard line. Near side return down the sideline, knocked it out of bounds across the 30. It's a return of about 10 yards on that one. And so Paola will start at their own about 30, maybe 31. We'll see where they mark the ball officially. Clock's still ticking. Here. And it'll be at the 11:40 mark is where they'll end up starting this one with at the 31-yard line. Wide receiver far side, one to the near side. Williams will go under center. Only man in the backfield is Audie. Giovanni Blackie didn't have a ton of carries late in that first half. I'm not sure if the situation is. He's there on the other side. He was about there to return that ball, so don't suspect an injury. Turn, handoff, Audie. Just trying to get going forward. Not much there. First guy there, Jackson Stevens for Tonganoxie. It's going to be a minimal gain on the run by Audie. Give him a short, officially a yard. And when Paola got the ball back late in the first half, they wanted a long drive. They got a long play, a 76-yarder, and gave Tongi a chance. Here'd be a good opportunity to get one of those grinders. They had a 13-play drive on their opening possession of the ball game to tie it at 7-7 and marched a long way on those 13 plays. Going to go to a short pistol, empty backfield. They'll flip Audie, that's Pitzer rather, from no. Penalty flag's coming. That ball never really made it back there. And it's going to be a false start, I think, against the center on that one. And it'll be a miscue to start things here for Paola. So they'll go to a different formation. Audie right behind Williams. Just to the right is Pitzer. Wide receiver far side Robinson. Straight drop, looking all that way. That's Myers, rather. Trying to break outside. Just got to get out there good. That's Robinson. I was right the first time. Good coverage, really. And a good open field tackle by Heston Robbins. It looked like it was going to be a huge play. They do get back some of the penalty yardage. Back basically a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 9. A big one here to start this second half for Paola, nearly 2 minutes into the half. Tight end far side Carr. 2 men in the backfield. Blackie will be the tailback, fullback Audie. Wide receiver near side Robinson. Williams will settle under center. Pump fake, double move. Trying to go for Robinson. Trying to find that window just out of his reach. That was not a bad ball in double coverage to Robinson, but it will be a fourth down and a punt forthcoming here for the Panthers, as that stops the clock with 9:50 to go here in the third. Williams is the punter, the quarterback, and they saw something in that first half. This is not a great position, certainly not a great timing for this, but it is an opportunity to fake it, and he does. I was trying to say those words, and I do. Get him out. It's a fake punt by Williams. We missed it 100%, trying to get the quarter changed and not paying attention. I was trying to get it out of my mouth that it was a possibility for a fake punt, and that was partially my fault. I didn't do that. It was about a 17-yard pickup on the run by Garrett Williams. I apologize, young man. That was a good play. Kind of saw it coming. I did and didn't get it out of my mouth. At midfield. It's all good. Williams will settle under center. First down and 10, a fake punt. Turn, handoff, Blackie. Bounces off one tackle, across the 45, up near the 40-yard line. And escorted out of bounds after a gain of about 12, maybe 13 on the run. His biggest run of the ball game. They give him 12 officially.
First down and 10 from the Tonganoxie 38-yard line.
And it'll move the chains. That fake punt, a big gutsy play call. They saw in the first half an opportunity for it, and you know it's something they talked about at halftime to come out and look at, and executed well. And then Blackie right after that, a big gainer. Turn, handoff, Audie barreling forward across the 35 up near the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4 on the run by Audie, and it will bring up a second down and 6.
From the 34-yard line.
It also keeps this drive alive, keeps that clock ticking with the lead. That's what you want, the ball in your hand. Williams looks to the near side. They take plenty of time again. Clock is their friend, and that's exactly what's doing now, is they'll run it under 10 seconds on the play clock. They were ready to go 20 seconds ago. They're just taking their time, and now he'll get under a 5, now 4. Now they kind of got to hurry. 3, and he'll snap it 1 second on the play clock. Blackie, not much there. No, he does. He slides past him. I was looking at Audie. He didn't have much there, but Giovanni Blackie cuts back inside of Audie and makes a nice play of about 7 yards on second down and 6, and it will move the chains. And it will move the chains and bring up a first down and 10. Now, knocking on the door, starting to get a little bit closer anyways, 27-yard line. Robinson, the wide receiver to the near side. Jake Carr tied in near side. Turn, pull it. Williams trying to follow in behind Audie, and he barrels forward by a ticket. If you're going to catch a ride there on the tackler, Jackson Stevens. And it's a gain of 4 on the run by Williams. And he just gets in there behind his buddy, classmate and fullback from a year ago, had a good season in Fletcher Audie. And it will bring up a second and manageable, and again, they're just being very methodical about this drive. Opening drive of the second half, and they'll likely, on this possession, get it at least halfway, even if they don't go any further. Get it halfway into the quarter, I'm saying. Split backfield, Blackie on the left. You keep it. Williams found his hole across the 15, across the 10, barreling forward up near the 5-yard line. It's a great gain of about 15, maybe 16 yards as he gets it up near the 8-yard line, perhaps, on a run by Williams. He's had a couple of good ones, including that fake punt. And it's first and goal now for the Panthers, and a chance to take a 2-score lead here in this big ball game. Frontier League championship, possibly. It's a little early for that, but certainly the 2 front runners in the conference. An opportunity for a team to kind of stamp and say, hey, we're here. We belong in the top 5. Both these teams probably do, I would say. Williams, turn, handoff, Blackie, not much. Good defense. Clydesty coming downhill. Martin cleaning things up from that linebacker spot as well. Maybe a loss of yard on the play.
No gain on the play. Second down, goal.
Yeah, you leave it right at the 8, so we're going to say just no gain. And it'll bring a second down and goal. Same backfield up in there real tight. Williams again trying to pick his way. Martin. That Martin is a Saturday player as well. They got a few of them on the field tonight. 6 foot, 187. Big kid, big strong player. And can find the ball as well. And it's another no gain, this time on the run by Williams. This is the 12th play of this drive that started at their own 31-yard line to open up the second half, and we are inside right at the halfway point now of this third quarter. And they're just taking their time. 7 seconds on the play clock. See it back there behind them. And a timeout going to be taken by Paola as they had maybe ran a little bit too much time off. Plus, they knew it was going to be third down and long. Need to talk about this one. We'll take a break with them, our first of the second half, when we return on Paola Sports Live.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawly. It just works. Go Brawly is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast, priced right, with plans starting at $34.95. No throttling, no tricks, more upload speed, and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawly.com. Go Brawly. It just works.
Third down and goal for Paola. 13th or 12th play, rather, of this drive. Wide receiver near side, Robinson. They throw into that corner. They're going to look that way. They're going to go that way. And they throw it. There's got to be a penalty. I ran right through it. It wasn't really a corner route. It was more of a kind of an outside flag, or he was headed that way. They threw it on a dime, but it didn't for Robinson, and he just kind of ran right through Robinson. A little bit of an injury as well on the play for Tonganoxie, shaking up his Jacob Maxwell, but it'll be pass interference on that one. So they should give him a first down, and it'll be first and goal again. You have to do that if you're Maxwell. I mean, I don't blame him. He's a little bit, again, shaken up on the play. He had to do it. It was going to be a touchdown. Robinson had ran a beautiful route, and Williams put it right where it needed to be. And Maxwell just kind of ran right through Robinson on his way there. And so this will mark it up inside the 5-yard line. And bring up the 13th play of this drive. Again, opening drive of the second half, if you can believe it. 5:37 to play in the third quarter. And it's already chunking up this time. And if you can punch one in here, this is why this is so important, because you've used up all that time. Then you go up by 2 scores if you're Paola. Now Tongi, even though they probably shouldn't feel the pressure because there's still plenty of time left, it feels like, well, we just lost the entire quarter. Now what do we do? And that's what you got to punch this one in. You got to make them pay if you are Paola. You've done everything you're supposed to do up to this point. And now we'll see what they decide to do. Again, trying to get Maxwell over and get him taken care of. He walks to the far side. It is going to be third down. I didn't think it was an automatic first down on pass interference. That makes that play even bigger for Maxwell. An even better play because it was going to be a touchdown. Instead, you just move it forward 5 yards. And in this situation on a third and goal from the 8, it's not much different than, or 9, it's not much different than a third and goal from the 4. And so just was a smart play, really. I don't think he intended to make it like that, but that's the case. But it is closer for them, and they got 2 cracks at it from this distance. We'll see if they take 2 cracks. Pretty good kicker in Hyde, who's been pretty consistent from PATs. That's where this would be if it ended up being a field goal in just a moment. But right now it's third and goal from the 4. Turn, handoff, Blackie cut back against the grain. He's going to be shy. He's going to pick up a couple. on the play, and it will bring up that fourth down. Fourth down and goal at the 2. And I believe they are going to run on the field goal team. They've already used a timeout on this drive. You don't want to use a second one. Field goal team runs back off the field. Play clock is running. They're going to go for it. Fourth down and goal from the 2. 7 minutes almost into this drive. Williams under center. Turn. Cuts back. Diving to the end zone. Did he get it? He did! That's a senior quarterback knowing where that hole should be. He stretched it just enough to the outside. The blocker was there. He cut right off his back right side fender and slid into the end zone, stuck the football out there to get it, and he capped it off on that touchdown run. Did Williams on a drive where I'd already written punt on because of the fake punt by Garrett Williams. Instead, it's a 2-yard touchdown run. Point after attempt is up, and it is good, and it's a 2-score lead for the Panthers, 28-14. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football. Presented by Go Raleigh.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
(28-14). How about this one to start the second half? 14 plays, 69 yards, take 7 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock. No, 6 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock. And cap it off on a 2-yard touchdown run by Garrett Williams. He had a fake punt. It was a 3-and-out. Yeah, that drive was a 3-and-out to start the second half. A well-timed fake punt, a 17-yard run by Williams, kept it alive, and then he finished it off as well on the 14th play of the drive. And now Tongi going to get it back and see what they can do with it. Far side return by Clydesty, and he'll break a couple tackles still on his feet. Boy, strong runner across the 40, and it'll be good field position here for the Chieftains as they will start at their own 41, maybe 42-yard line. With 4:40 to play in the first quarter. I mentioned that sense of urgency you might feel if you're the Chieftains because of the way that opening drive went for you. And now what are they going to do? I say they probably have a heavy dose, most likely, of Tyler Bowden. Almost 200 yards rushing in the first half on 21 carries. He'll get the first carry of this one. Trying to stretch out there as Bassett. Can't quite get there, but boy, he did everything he could. And that was going to be a nice play by Bassett, who is a just phenomenal-looking athlete. And he is one. Not just looks like it, but he is one. 6'2", 225. I mean, he is a D-line coach's dream. It's a gain of 3 on the run by Bowden. And his 22nd carry of the ball game. He's just to the right of the quarterback, Bailey. They'll pass it. Spotted out here for Bond, the big fella. Trying to get out there. What a great tackle. Get a good wrap up. Get a hold of him. Does Isaac Myers, and a little help comes over. That was going to be probably a good big old gain. Instead, a sure tackle in the open field by Myers. Just a very well-played football game from both sides. I mean, it is exactly what you want to see. So it's a pass and a completion to 84 for 3 yards, and it brings up a 3rd down and long 3, short 4. Looking to pass again. Going to air it out. Throwing it deep. Good coverage. And it is nearly caught, though. It was pretty good coverage all the way. He had a chance of it, intended for Heston Robbins. It falls incomplete. For the life of me, don't understand that one. It brings up an incomplete. It stops the clock as well. And now what are you going to do? You've got a guy who is averaging 9 yards per carry in the first half of the game. He's touched it once on this opening drive for them. Dance with the one that brung you. That's the adage. 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. They're going to go for it on fourth down inside their own territory. Bailey, junior quarterback, turn, lets it fly. It's caught by Clydesty. I thought it was deflected by Stanchfield. He makes the catch just enough for a first down as he gains about 8 on the catch. He needed 4, he got 8. It's up across midfield, inside Panther territory to the 46. A big fourth down conversion. And it will move the chains. 1st and 10. 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Turn, handoff Bowden. Get to the edge. He'll be wrestled down on that far side. Bassett was one of those guys that was there on that side. Hands on knees, he's tuckered. It's a gain of 4 on the run by Bowden. And it will be a 2nd down and 6. Bailey going to flip Bond from left to right to left rather. Turn, handoff Bowden. Pokes through his first one. And he'll fall forward. He's going to be shy of a first down. It'll break up a 3rd down and 1. It's a gain of 5. On the run by Bowden. Under 3 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 1. Jaquan Rogers going to check out of the ball game for the Panthers. 3rd down and 1. He'll slide. That's Martin, rather. They'll turn, hand off. Bowden trying to pick out, find his edge. He does. He's got the first down and a little bit more. It's going to be a gain of about 7 up near the 30-yard line. After I said bring who, dance with the one that brung you, he's touched the ball 3 straight times. And he's got a couple of first downs. Got a first down here, rather, on a 7-yard pickup. 1st and 10, just outside the 30-yard line. Turn, Bowden this way now. Barreling forward, good effort up front by the Panthers. Carter Stanchfield, the guy there to make the tackle for Paola. It's a gain of 4 on the run by Bowden. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 for the Chieftains. Turn, handoff, Bowden on the right side. He'll be hit and brought down, but again, that push up front right now, it's probably have to go back and watch this one because I have to watch the ball a lot. I prefer when I'm doing color or when I'm just watching a football game, I watch the trenches more than I watch anything else, but when you're calling the game, you got to watch the ball. But that battle up front has been a good one. I mean, these are 2 very good offensive lines. It's a 3rd and 1 on a 5-yard pickup by Bowden. And he'll go to him again. Turn. This time nearly got a little stutter step, and Brackner was there dead to rights, and he slid past him. He's just wiry. And it's across the 25, or 20 rather, up near the 19-yard line. Another gain of about 5 yards on the run by Bowden. He's carried 5 times in a row now on this drive to keep the chains moving. We're inside a minute to go in the 3rd. A 4th down conversion kept it alive for Tongi. Now they're trying to make pay with it. Clydesty goes to the wing. They'll hand it. This time a new running back, a big body in there, cutting back against the grain. As on the carry was Andrew Colvert. He doesn't have a ton of carries on the year, does Colvert, but he's been effective. 6 foot 210. Big junior. Carries it for 8 yards maybe. Somebody not number 3. We'll give him 7 officially on the carry. And we'll see if they get one more snap here before the end of the 3rd quarter. Looks like they will. Turn, handoff again, Colvert. He is hit and brought down. Good, sure tackle. Brackner said, I'm tired of trying to tackle that little dude. Give me some beef. I can handle that. He runs downhill, and that's the final play of the 3rd quarter on a 1-yard gain by Colvert. We head to the 4th quarter when we return You're watching Paola Panther football on Paola Sports Live.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Affordable with plans starting at just $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. More upload speed and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. Go Brawley, it just works.
Miami County Dance Movement is a place to inspire kids. Miami County Dance Movement is one big family with loving teachers. Miami County Dance Movement is where I'm learning to be flexible in dance and my life. Miami County Dance Movement is so amazing because everybody is so loving and kind. Miami County Dance Movement is like a second family to me.
Let's go down here where they're at, huh? Third down and short here for Tongi. Turn, handoff, Bowden. Going to be tripped up. Is he going to get it? He might have enough. May have fallen forward enough to get it. We will see. Wait for the mark of the ball. That's going to be short. It'll be fourth down. This is the 14th play of this drive. Paola had a 14-play drive. They scored on their 14th play. Fourth down and short. They're going to go for it. Turn, handoff, Bowden. Met in the backfield, breaks it though. He's into the end zone. Boy, Audie was there to make the play, and he just is tough to bring down on that first contact. Audie's going to want that one back. That would have been a turnover. I mean, that was a turn of emotion. It was a turnover on downs and a huge stop, and then boom, there he goes. He's into the end zone, touchdown. They score on a run there on fourth down. And the point after attempt is up, and it is good. And just like that, it is back to a one-score game, 28-21, 11-16 to play in the game. Don't go anywhere. We've got ourselves a dandy.
How do you see the world?
Ha! At Shriners Hospitals for Children, we know that changing how you see things can turn them into
everyday miracles. Like riding my bike. Breaking boards. Ha! Hugging my mom.
Every day for over 90 years, Shriners Hospitals for Children has been sending love to the rescue, regardless of a family's ability to pay.
If you know a child we can help, call or go online now.
Well, Tonganoxie Chieftains take it 14 plays, 58 yards, capped off on a 8-yard touchdown run by Tyler Bowden on his 30th carry of the game. And he carried it 9 times on that drive alone. And he almost was hit, and that was a fourth down. That's the second time they've scored on a fourth down play. That one's going to be close to going out of bounds. Now it's going to be Tongi football. Oh, you can't get on it. They thought that was going to go out of bounds. Tongi kicks it short, and it's going to be Tonganoxie on the kickoff. Oh, that is a crucial error by Paola. And it's covered up by Tongi, and so they are going to be in business. That defense is right back on the field after a 14-play drive that took more than 4 minutes off the clock. They are right back at it. 4 minutes and 25 seconds was that last drive.
Come on, Nick!
No, more than that. 5 minutes and 25 seconds. And now here they go. They're going to have to stiffen to try to keep this thing from getting tied back up. It's been tied twice already tonight. What more would we want? Turn, handoff, Bowden. Cut, back against the grain, and kind of stumbled just a little bit. Well, the biggest one is that big linebacker, Martin, who's playing H-back for them, kind of comes up a little bit hobbled. It's going to end up being a gain of about 3. They'll slide Martin from right to left. Turn, kept back against the grain, and Bowden going to be brought down. Nick Walker was there. Bassett was coming. He got stopped and turned back. He's a little bit shaken up as well. Maybe a cramp for Bassett. It's going to be not much of a gain, maybe a couple on the carry. It is a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 5. It's a cramping situation here for Demarius Bassett. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Experience a new kind of internet with Go Brawley. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. And, of course, don't forget about our Chamber Connection brought to you by the Paola Chamber of Commerce. Paola Chamber is always working to promote businesses in Paola and the surrounding area. The Paola Chamber reminds you to shop local first. To learn more, go to call 913-294-4336 or visit paolachamber.org. We have volleyball coming up this week, I believe on Tuesday. Go check out our Facebook page, Paola Sports Live, or facebook.com/Paola Sports Live. Check it out. We've got that fall schedule up there. And then football next week. We've got a long way to go here. 10:27 to go left in this one. And it is a big 3rd down right now. 3rd down and 5 for Tongi, trying to convert on the recovered kick. Turn, handoff, Bowden, the 3rd carry of this one. He's got a big gain of 1st down. It's just a wall on that side. They are just getting such a good push. And it is about a gain of 9 yards on the run by Bowden. And it's a 1st down. He's carried it 3 straight times on this drive. They go right back to him. Turn, handoff, near side. Cuts back against the grain. Breaks one would-be tackler, but brought down finally on the tackle by Carr. Martin loses his helmet. It's a gain of 5. The thing about Bowden, he just keeps coming. I mean, it comes with the same speed and authority as he did on that first play from scrimmage where he took it to the house 60-plus yards, and it's in the 4th quarter now, and he's still coming at you with that same momentum. Turn, do it again. Cut back into the end zone, touchdown. Now he is every bit as what was billed. That is 36 carries, or 35 carries now on the ball game for Bowden, and that 35th one. He scored on his 30th. He scores on his 35th. Just like that, it's a 1-point game with a point after forthcoming. 9:37 to play in this game, and we're about to be tied up. McWilliams is a pretty solid little kicker. Paola try to get in there and get one maybe. Snaps back, holds down, kick is on its way, and it is good. We are tied at 28. We're back at 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live.
Are you thinking about buying medicine online? A search for online pharmacies yields more than 20 million results. But which ones can you trust? Medicines bought from unlicensed online pharmacies can be dangerous. You may get a fake drug, your condition may get worse, or you may experience a bad reaction. Don't put your health at risk. To learn how to find an online pharmacy that's safe and legal, visit fda.gov/BeSafeRx. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Panthers have led by as many as 14 in this ball game. Right now, we're all tied up at 28 apiece. A short kick, and now a penalty flag is going to fly on that kickoff. somebody's offsides. That'll back them up a little bit. The short kick a moment ago is what gave Tonga an opportunity to tie this ball game up after they cut it short, and return man on that far side let it fall in front of him, which is natural to do so. But he didn't cover it up, and they jumped right on top of it and made short work on it. 5 plays, 27 yards on the drive, and capped it off on that 9-yard touchdown run by Tyler Bowden, his third of the ball game, over 200 yards, over 35. He has 35 carries. And fun to watch. If you're just a spectator, he's fun to watch. If you're a Panther fan, he's no fun at all to watch, especially 35 times. What a game. They'll kind of shorten that again. That's going to go out of bounds. If it was touched, it's not a penalty. I believe it was touched. And that's where it'll start. So, special teams, I talked to Coach about that in our pregame show. Special teams have been a little bit of the maybe question mark. There's not been a lot that's been a question mark for Paola. They've been pretty darn good. But that special teams has been something, and he put some more experienced guys out there, but still early in the season. 9:35 to go here in the ball game. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line, 27-yard line. Wing to the near side, 2 wide receivers near side. They're going to toss it this way to Blackie. He is buried by Bond. And it is going to be a loss. All the momentum right now, I would say, in favor of the guys in white and red. Loss of 4 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 14 now for the Panthers. Got to settle down here if you are Paola. Caden Ramey checking into the ball game. Tight end on that far side. Carr, the tight end to the near side. So 2 tight. 1 wide receiver falls side. Split back. Old school. Turn. Handoff. Audie. A good time to do it. Turn. He gets up and makes that first contact. He's going to get some of that lost yardage. To gain about 6 on the play. And it'll bring up maybe 7. Bring up a 3rd down and 7. 28 all in this one. We've had 14 play drives back-to-back before that last one. But both teams that started out the second half with 14 play drives that scored. Turn, handoff. Audie again had a good head of steam. He had about 5 yards on the carry. But he's going to be shy. It's going to bring up 4th down. It'll bring up a 4th down and 2.
For the Chieftain defense, it's 4th down.
What do you do? Boy, this is a gutsy time to do it. Confident in your run game. They'll go up, they'll do a hard count. Pay attention. They'll do a hard count here. I guarantee it. And Tongi should probably be expecting that as well. Nope, they're just going to go. And it, timeout perhaps by Tonganoxie on that far side beforehand. They do take it. That was going to be a 1st down run by Audie, and they call a timeout. So timeout on the field. We'll keep it right here as we are at the top of the 9 o'clock hours. This one has been a good one from the get-go. Tongi took the early lead 7-0 on a big touchdown run on the first play from scrimmage for Tyler Bowden. He's got 3 scores in this ball game. Paola answered right back with a long drive, 7-7. Paola took the lead 14-7. Then it was tied at 14 all. Pick 6 by Jack Earlywine put them up 14-7. Then they scored on a pass on a 4th down to Sam Clydesty to make it 14 all. And then Paola scored on a big touchdown run by Williams to make it 21-14 at halftime. Paola would add to the lead, make it 28-14, and that was into the 4th quarter. And Tongi has scored 14 unanswered on their own to get this one tied up. A big 4th down coming your way. 4th down and 2. They will stack the box. There are 10 guys inside the box. Williams spins off the tackle. He's got the first down. Ball came loose. They're going to say it came loose because of the ground. It is down by contact. It's a gain of 5. He needed 2, and a big headsy run there by the senior quarterback as he was initially stopped but spun back against the grain and leaned forward, stuck that ball out there. Kind of dangerous, but it hit the ground, bounced loose. The first down, and it's up to the 40-yard line. First down and 10, right at the 40. Robinson, the wide receiver, near side. 2 tight ends. No, overload near side. Turn, handoff, Blackie. Ooh, good little stutter step. That hole was to the outside as well. I think he saw one to the inside. It's going to fall forward. A good gain, though. A gain of 4 on the run by Giovanni Blackie. Seen so many converted 4th downs tonight.
Gain of 3, we'll call it 2nd down.
And we've seen a couple resultant touchdowns. So 2nd down and 6. Maybe 2nd down and 7. They only give him 3 on that carry. 2nd and 7. Again, they're running some clock down, 6:38. They want to score with 1 second left. That would be the goal of this drive. Turn, handoff, Audie. Trying to go behind Ramey. And it's going to be a gain of about 2.5, maybe 3. Give him 2. It'll bring up a 3rd down and long. 4, short 5. Right in the middle there. .605 and counting here in this one. Williams will settle under center. Pop, throw it out. He's got his man who was close to the sticks. See what the spot is. The official, that's pretty good actually, right where he was at. He threw it out, and he wanted Robinson. Robinson's been the beneficiary of a lot of passes here. It's about a 4-yard pickup, and they'll just get to the line of scrimmage, try to get the first down on 4th and short. It's going to be just enough. If it gets the ball was basically right at the 40. If it gets across the 50 is where they mark it. It's going to be a first down. Was that 4th down? It was. And it's just enough. Boy, that is gutsy to get up there on the quarterback keeper to get 1 yard on 4th down. I can see hustling there on 3rd, but man, on 4th, if it doesn't work, it's over. They move the chains again. We're at 5.5 to play in this one. First down and 10 from 50-yard line. Williams under center. Turn, handoff. Audie, one of these guys is going to pop one. Either Blackie or Audie is going to pop one. Blackie's got that breakaway speed if he does.
Down to the 48, gain of 2.
It's a gain of 2 on the run by Audie. That'll take us inside 5 minutes to go in the ball game. One thing about it, if you're going to take all this time, you better cap it off with a score. You have to give it back to them. You're going to have no time to respond if Tongi can go. And right now they are churning on all cylinders offensively. Pitch outside. Blackie's got some running room across the 45, up across the 40, near the 30. He's drugged down, and he is finally brought down. It's a big gainer for Giovanni Blackie of 20 yards on the pickup, right at 20 yards. And I said somebody was going to pop it. It was Blackie who did. A great read by Garrett Williams. It was Audie, ride it up in there, kick it, and it was wide open on the edge for a long time. A big gain, exactly 20 yards on the carry. Blackie will come out and get a break, and it's 1st and 10 now inside the 30, up to the 28-yard line. 11th play of this drive. It started with 9:35 to go in the ball game. There's 4:20 now and counting. Number 2, Paola Panthers. Number 3, Tonganoxie Chieftains. Turn, handoff. And that's Pitzer. And Brock Pitzer, not going to get much. Martin there, along with a host of other guys up front. And good sportsmanship there, helping each other up off the bottom of the pile. Also there, number 25, Andrew Colvert for Tongi, one of their leading tacklers. A gain of 1 on the run. And we're inside 4 minutes to go now. Now you start thinking about Hyde, the kicker, field goal range. Something to have in your mind. Pass, looking, throw it out. He's got Pitzer. Got to break one tackle, can't. Good sure tackle in the open field. Heston Robbins, if he doesn't make that catch, it's a touchdown. Brock Pitzer, leading receiver on this team coming into this ball game. Robinson's had a nice job today. He's got one touchdown as well on a pass completion to Pitzer of 6 yards on first down, or second down rather.
It's third down.
Call it 5-yard pickup. Third down and 4. And this will run it inside 3 minutes. Thirteenth play, turn, Blackie, first down, across up to the 15-yard line. A good run there by Giovanni Blackie of about 9 yards on that carry.
24, Heston Robbins with a tackle.
14th play of this drive. They scored on their 14th play of the opening drive of the second half. Now with 2:39 and counting, what do they want to do? They've converted on a fourth down. And they did it on that opening drive. They had a fourth down conversion on a fake punt. This time they had to do it on a 5-yard run by Garrett Williams to keep the drive alive, but trying to pay off now. Turn, handoff, not much there for Audie as he is wrestled down by Tongi's number 62, Jared Lowe. 6'3", 232. And not much there. No gain on the play.
No gain on the play.
Marius Bassett over here on this near side trying to loosen up. He's had some cramping issues. Turn. Handoff. Blackie trying to pick his way through. There's Martin. I could go at times in my broadcast career. This is my 19th season. I could go 2, maybe 3 years in a row without seeing a game like this. And certainly between teams of this caliber, I've not called very many. This is a lot of fun, and it is a nail-biter. I mean, you're getting a chance here, kid, in your third game at camera. You're getting an opportunity to see a dandy of a ball game, and hopefully everybody else is at home. We're at under almost a minute to go. Rolling, looking, nothing out there. Williams is just going to scramble, just try to get what he can and get out of bounds. It'll bring up a fourth down here for
Quarterback run play on the scramble, number 10, Jared Williams.
And it'll bring up a fourth down and long 3. What do you do now? As Williams went out of bounds, this is going to be the 16th play of this drive. Actually, that was the 16th play of this drive. And a timeout going to be taken. We'll take it along with them. We need it as a chance to catch our breath. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawly. It just works. Go Brawly is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Priced right. With plans starting at $34.95. No throttling. No tricks. More upload speed. And the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawly.com. Go Brawly. It just works.
28-28, 109 to play in this ball game. This will be the 17th play of this drive forthcoming. It started at their own 27-yard line with 9:35 to play. And we are more than 7 minutes, almost 8 minutes into this drive. I mean, that's a way to, it's real frustrating if you're Tonganoxie. You're over that sideline, your offense was rolling. You had back-to-back touchdowns to tie the ball game, and you haven't touched the ball since. And Paola's not going to leave much time on the clock now. They do need to convert here, though, to try to keep their chances. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 4. They need to get basically to the 5-yard line. A big one. Camera's shaking a little bit as they stop here inside Panther Stadium. Play clock down to 13. Williams will settle under center. Turn, kick it. Blackie cuts against the grain. Does he have enough for a first down? He does. He's got the first down. He had to get to the 5. He's in. He's close to a touchdown. No. He's got the first down, though, on second effort. That was sniffed out pretty good, really, by Tongi. But Blackie on second effort was able to cut back inside the. And they stopped the clock here inside here, and that got the natives all fired up. And it would have kept the clock would have probably kept going, but we'll see what they decide to do. Doesn't matter. On the 17th play of the drive, it's about a 7-yard run by Giovanni Blackie. It looked like he needed 4 just to get the first down. He got a couple extra after that, but it looked like it was going to be stopped by Tonganoxie on that option. That is a just gutsy play, but they did what they needed to do, and it will be a first down and goal. We'll see what they end up doing with the clock, but it'll be first down and goal at the 2-yard line. I mean, imagine the just wherewithal to put together this drive. Paola led by 14, 28-14. They scored, Tonganoxie scores a touchdown on a long drive of their own, made it 28-21, and then a kickoff was not intended necessarily to be an onside, fell in front of the return man. Tongi jumps on it. 5 plays later, they're in the end zone. And they end up wiping 8 seconds off the clock. If you're Tonganoxie, you're like, where did those 8 seconds go? But the clock stopped when it probably should have kept running, and instead they'll put it down to 1 minute exactly on the clock. And Paola, and now a timeout going to be taken. They're going to need an explanation. Now finally all the coaches on the far side realize what happened. And that will stop it. A few scores. We'll keep it right here. 58 seconds. Now time ran off the clock. Or they put it at 58. I don't know. Regardless, that was the 17th play of this drive. Again, it started at their own 27-yard line. It started with a negative 4-yard run. I mean, it was second down and 14 to start this drive. They have to convert on a 4th down run by Garrett Williams. He gets 5 yards when he needed 3. And then they've just been chunking it ever since then. A big run by Giovanni Blackie of 20 yards on this one. A pass conversion as well to Brock Pitzer of 5 yards. And then that run by Blackie on 4th down. We've had 3 4th down plays on this drive. And they've converted on all of them to keep this drive alive. Mill Valley, who's one of the top teams in the state of Kansas, knocked off Derby. They beat up on DeSoto. They are at hosting Bentonville, Arkansas in a huge matchup in the Midwest. I mean, 2 of the top teams in the kind of Midwest corridor right now. And it's 28-all. St. Thomas Aquinas playing host to Bishop Miege. Aquinas leads at 34-28. I don't know where that's at. Just a few score updates for you. Try to get a few more in the postgame show coming up in just a little bit. 59 seconds on the clock. Paola first and goal at the 2-yard line. Williams, turn, handoff, keeps it himself into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers, as Garrett Williams plunges in from 2 yards out. And he's got his second rushing touchdown of the ball game. One was from 70, actually his third. One was from 76 yards. This one's from 2 yards, and it doesn't matter. It all counts the same. And a point after attempt forthcoming. An 18-play drive that took over 8 minutes. Point after attempt up and good by Hyde. 35-28. We're back at 30. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
How about in a tie ball game, you get the ball at your own 27-yard line with 9:35 of the clock. And a lot of times you joke about it. Hey, let's get an 8-minute drive and punch one in. They go 8 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock, 18 plays, 73 yards, and cap it off on a 2-yard touchdown run by Garrett Williams. That's getting the job done. And so with 55 seconds left in the ball game, it's 35-28. This is one for the books, for sure. Just a slugfest of a contest between two of the top teams in Class 4A. And if that score between Aquinas and Bishop Miege holds, the winner of this one might end up going into the number 1 spot in Class 4A. It doesn't matter at this point, but it could happen. Audie, kick it away deep. It'll be fielded, near side return. Clydesty trying to pick his way. He might have a big run, and he'll be escorted out of bounds, but they've got a chance here. Again, with the weapons that Tonganoxie has, namely Tyler Bowden, is over 35 carries, over 200 yards. He's got 3 touchdowns in this game. Well over 200 yards, I should say. Dude's averaged over 250 yards in the first 2 games of the season. He's doing it again here tonight. He will be 3 games in and be over 750 yards of rushing when this one's over. 3 games into the season. But his team is down by a touchdown. 47 seconds to play. And this is one of those games you're on the road. If they score, they will go for 2. I guarantee it. They are not good. This game will not end in a tie and go to overtime if they score here. So you got to play tough if you're the defense for Paola. Bailey, the quarterback. 2 wide receivers far side, 2 to the right side. And now a guy late getting into the game. And he'll go in the slot. Now 3 wide receivers far side. Bailey looking all the way, looking down the field. Throwing it up, throw it under. It's intercepted! Intercepted by Pitzer, and that'll do it. Boy, he left one a duck. He left a duck up there, did Bailey. I mean, that didn't have a chance. He was trying to throw it out deep, and that is a weird way to end this one. But Tongi is going to turn it over on an interception. And the first play, their first play from scrimmage was a touchdown. Their last play from scrimmage will be an interception. And Paola is going to walk out of this one in what has been a great ball game. I would say Paola's probably played the better game, but it has been just real even throughout most of it. And it was 28-28 all a moment ago. And now Garrett Williams, the senior quarterback, with a senior fullback behind him, and Giovanni Blackie way deep, is going to be able to take one knee on this one, and that should probably do it. Depends on how quick they want to set the ball. Williams will take that knee in a victory situation. We'll do it here in this one. They don't have to play another snap, and what a game. What a fantastic contest of high school football here in week number 3, and we got a chance to see it. And you can see it again. It'll be ready for rewatch in just a little bit. When we end everything, you can go back and rewatch this one tonight. I would recommend it. What a game. Final score in this one is going to be 35-28 as the Paola Panthers will move to 3-0 and 3-0 in the Frontier League. And they go out there and they tip their hats to one another. You know, they don't do the handshake anymore, but just a really good recognition of what was a really good contest between some very good teams. But that particular team right there is going to be the victors, as Paola will move to 3-0 on the season and 3-0 in the Frontier League going in to week number 4, as we will head to, I believe, Ottawa next week for a road contest against the Cyclones. We'll come back, recap this ball game, wrap it up for tonight. Final score, 35-28. The Panthers get the win, and they will remain in the top 5 as they knock off number 3, Tonganoxie, here in Paola. You got to see it right here on Paola Sports Live. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll recap this one when we return on the postgame show on Paola Sports Live.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
So, what is love? Love is being independent.
Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
Come and visit us at hersinc.net.
Call us at
913-247-3530.
BJ Harris, Corinne Harris, back out here at Panther Stadium in Paola. The Paola Panthers win it by that score you see there on the clock, 35-28, to advance to 3-0 on the season. Again, the number 2 ranked team Panthers knock off the number 3 ranked team Tonganoxie, and if those two rankings don't change at all, it would be accurate because that certainly was a way that game went. Very close contest. Let's tell you how we got to where we are. It all started for Tonganoxie, the opening play of the game. They would have the football to start things. They would start at their own 39-yard line. One play into it, a 61-yard scamper, one of what I have is unofficially 35 carries on the night from a very stellar running back in Tyler Bowden, as he had over 35 carries, had over 200-plus yards, probably closer to 300 yards rushing in this ball game. But can't just be the one guy, and we'll see if they can diversify a little bit. There's some other players on this team certainly that can maybe carry some of the load. A 61-yard touchdown run by Bowden made it 7-0 after the point after attempt. That's the other thing. You want to define a good ball game in high school when every PAT was made. That's just a little icing on the cake on what was a very good contest. Paola, however, would answer back very differently. They would start at their own 36-yard line with 11:35 to go in the first quarter. They would go 13 plays, 64 yards, take 4:31 off the clock. Time of possession is going to be monstrous in favor of Paola in this one. And they would cap it off an 11-yard touchdown pitch and catch from quarterback Garrett Williams to Bo Robinson. It was 7:04 to play in the first quarter at 7-7. Tongi would start at their own 37-yard line. They would have to punt. Paola would punt on their next drive as well. Tongi would get it back at their own 5-yard line after a very good kick by Garrett Williams. 5 plays into it, an interception by Jack Earlywine at midfield. And it was a 50-yard return approximately on the return by Earlywine. Pick 6 into the end zone. First play of the second quarter. Paola's up 14-7. Tongi gets it back, though, and they answer right back. It was an 8-play drive capped off on a 22-yard run pass from Bailey to Sam Clydesty with 8:48 to play in the first half. We're tied up at 14. It would be 2 of 3 times we were tied in this contest. Paola would take over at their own 41-yard line, but an interception thrown by Garrett Williams and got by Jack Maxwell would give it to Tongi. They would have to punt, though. Couldn't do anything with the turnover. Paola would get it at their own 16-yard lines. 3 plays into that one, and it would be a 76-yard bust by Garrett Williams. Take it to the house with 4:18 to play in the first half. It was 21-14. Tongi would have it plenty of time. They would run almost 4 minutes off the clock, but eventually have to turn it over on downs. Give it back to Paola. We go to halftime, 21-14. Into the second half. Opening drive of the second half. Paola takes it from their own 31-yard line. They go 14 plays, convert on a fake punt. They get a pass interference as well when they're down at the goal line to get it to the 5-yard line. 2 plays later, they punch it in on a 2-yard touchdown run by Garrett Williams with 4:50 to play in the third quarter. It's 28-14, but here come the Chieftains. Tonganoxie starts at their own 42-yard line with 4:40 to play in the third. They go 14 plays, take 5:25 off the clock, cap it off on an 8-yard touchdown run by Tyler Bowden, and at that point it's 28-21. On the ensuing kickoff, it's a short kind of pooch kick by Tongi, not very well covered by Paola. It just kind of lays there on the ground. Tonganoxie covers it up, and they get it right back offensively. 5 plays later, a 9-yard touchdown run by Bowden, his third of the night, and it makes it with 9:37 to go in the ball game, 28-28. 9:37 to go in the game. It's 28-28. What happens next? Or 9:35 rather. Paola takes it at their own 27-yard line. They go 18 plays, 73 yards, 8 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock, and cap it off on a 2-yard touchdown run by Garrett Williams. I think they converted 3 fourth downs on that drive, including the first fourth down. It was a 3-and-out probably. They had to get 4 yards. They got 5, and it ends up being, that was inside their own territory, ends up being a first down, and they keep it alive, and they cap it off, and so they take up almost all the clock. Tonganoxie got it back with 50 seconds to play in the ball game. First play, interception, game over. They take a knee. That's how this one ended. What a night of high school football as the Paola Panthers do move to 3-0 on the season, and they will certainly be able to get some good tape off this one. We weren't sure the first 7 quarters of the year if they had really been tested. They got that test against Spring Hill last week, and then they came out in this one and just knocked off the number 3 ranked team in Class 4A, the Tonganoxie Chieftains. We're at Ottawa next week. We'll have that for you. We've also got volleyball coming up on Tuesday. Be sure to catch that action right here on Paola Sports Live. That's going to do it for us tonight as the Panthers move to 3-0 on the year. For my camera operator, Corinne Harris, I'm BJ Harris saying so long from Paola. The Panthers are still undefeated with a big win tonight, and you saw it all right here on your home for Paola High School Athletics, Paola Sports Live.
You've been watching Panther Athletics on Paola Sports Live. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Learn more at gobrawley.com. Also by Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. Laura's Orthodontics, and Miami County Dance Movement. Thanks for watching, and be sure to catch here on your new home for the Panthers, Paola Sports Live.